losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
My microphone was off. Hey, Alex. Yep, I just realised. Thank you. Bye. Okay, sorry guys. My phone's ringing its head off. I had no sound. So I'm going to start that again. Okay. We're going to start with prayers for Out to Lunch's sister. Okay, so we'll start again. Sorry, guys. I'm just not with it this morning. Okay, we'll start again. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, the kingdom, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, for the second time. I've just prayed 3 times this morning already. Now, with the members, okay, I've got to let people know. People who are members now have little emojis, okay? There's a wave. There's Elaine from Seinfeld dancing. You remember how she used to dance? This thumb thing, you know? Weird leg and arm thing. You've got Michelle Obama has a P, okay? The swinging thing in her pants. You've got DJT, you've got a chicken, you've got Hillary screaming, you've got drips, and you've got the American flag. Okay, so that's what you just missed out on me saying. I've got some really interesting news this morning. Wow. Not just interesting news, but I'm going to talk about the news, and then I'm going to talk about the chickens and show you some footage. And I also made chicken pate, not from my chickens. Yeah, I had cooked chicken, and so I made pate, and I'm going to show you and tell you how I did it. It's pretty easy, actually. Had to ring my dad to find out his recipe, but it was very, very easy. Okay, now who else? I did notice other people. I was saying hello to everyone. Out to lunch, Deb, myself, because I was in the chat earlier, Alex, Eyes to See, who else have we got? I am Kai. Who else have we got? I think I said Deb. I don't know, because I've said things twice so far. Who else have we got? Out to lunch, I'm Kai, Deb. Thank you, Shannon. And Deb, I think, was the other one. Who else have we got in here? I'm gonna come across everyone going, there's no sound. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay, where else? Who else? I just want to say hello to everyone. Dennis Spears, how you going? I think I saw, Lanazi's in there. Danny's in there. Who else? Void, how you going? Yep, there was no sound, yep. And everyone was trying to ring me. Sorry, guys. Thank you, though, for trying to ring me. Hey, Missy T, how you doing? And Canadian girl, how you going? Good to see you guys. And Void 17, yeah, I started again. Okay, who else have we got? Faith, how you going? Rex, how you going? Carl, how you going? You called me too? Oh, Flyby Stew, how you going? I love the stickers. MJ, how you going? Cynthia, how you going? Timmy, how you going? Windhammer, how you going? Fred, how you going? Good to see you all, guys, because we have some really interesting news. Okay, just let me move some things around here. I've put them all in a Word document today. Because the screen keeps jumping, what I've done is, and why can't I click them? Oh, no. Hang on one sec. Open hyperlink. Why can't it open? Oh, no way. No way. I saved them all and I cannot open them. Copy hyperlink and put it in the... Paste it there and go. Yep, okay, I've got a way to do it. Okay, let's get on to it. You can see that, yes. Should I be over the other side? No, I'm all right there. Okay, from Tina Dunk said, wow, this world's a joke, leave our kids alone. Check this out in Australia.
What it is, it's this. So you can have your photo taken with the wings. And it's all, and to me, it looks like, and it is, oh my fucking God, it's a bunch of penises at dick wings. So this is what it is. It's a collection of penises all sitting here for the kids to enjoy. The whole thing is fucked. The whole thing is about grooming. The whole thing is disgusting and nobody does a thing about it. If I had a kid now, how many kids come and get their photos taken with a selection of 50 penises? It's just, And whoever fucking Scotty Marsh is, what a fucking douchebag of a bloke doing that shit. So this is Sydney. You know, people that think, oh, you're a fucking homophobe, you're a fucking transphobe, you're fucking this, you're fucking that. But, you know, the truth is, the system is fucked. Yes, so you're gonna...
I should have let people know there was a lot of swearing in that one. I didn't realise. Okay, let's try the next one. Goodness me. But yeah, that's in Sydney, where I am. Great. Well, I'm outside of Sydney, but close enough. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, DC Drano said, massive J6 discovery time-lapse video of the west side. This is another view of what we saw yesterday. Shows the crowd move past the police lines at 2:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what happened at 2:26 p.m? Body cam footage shows a cop shooting tear gas grenade into police lines, causing them to retreat for air. So it was actually at the police, was it? We're watching over here somewhere. I think that's where... Yep, over here. Yep, and there you go. Definitely organised, I'll say that much. Let's go.
Rich has a 40. Rich, over here.
Oh, what happened there?
40. Put it out.
Right over there. Wherever the hell wrong here, Rich.
Right over there. Put it out.
Wow.
Hey, Rich. Yeah. Put it up on the fucking scaffolding.
Hey, I'll make sure I know.
Yes.
You're gonna do it that.
I'm pretty sure that was what we seen yesterday, the footage. Okay, Libs of TikTok said they're after your kids. I think this is again in Australia. I really do.
Got a fat man that's... Bro, we're in Wynyard, Sydney. At what point does inclusiveness pass too far? You got a fat man that's naked in a gimp costume with a cute teddy bear hat right in Wynyard. Now tell me this. Maybe you can say I'm exaggerating, maybe you can say I'm too much, but at what point is it too far when you're walking down the street with your kid and the kid looks at a cute teddy bear hat and relates it to a man in a gimp suit? At what point does it get too dangerous? You tell me. If we keep letting them push the boundary, they keep getting worse and worse. I think this is disgusting. I think this is like Balenciaga vibes. What do you reckon? Bro, we're in Wynyard, Sydney.
Okay, so we got that one. Sydney's going just full spastic. Okay. And I'm not afraid to say that because that's what they're doing. Our government or whoever's doing it. This is disgusting. That's why you've got to hit back. Otherwise, not hit like physically, but just say something because the more people let this go, the worse it's going to get. Stephen said these are the scum we are asked to pay respect to each morning with the welcome to country BS. We need an Aussie Trump now. Enough's enough. School principal at Alice Springs School protects girl from being attacked. There's a school teacher here trying to protect the girl. And honestly, this is disgusting, disgraceful. This is what happens. Oh, I don't know how to fix that, but some people really need help. Now who was that one? That was... Okay, I've got the next one. Oh, it gets better, believe me. Daniel Andrews. There's one. Ooh, there's a very, very explosive Daniel Andrews post about Daniel Andrews here in Australia, the one who shut Victoria down and got all the police to shoot rubber bullets at people. Okay, anyway, Liz Churchill said establishment media tells us Putin's an enemy that must be defeated at all costs. In his recent speech, he discusses the destruction of churches, religious institutions, nuclear families, and the normalisation of pedos. So the question becomes, who is the real enemy? Because Putin is speaking up against the destruction of, of churches, religious institutions, nuclear families, and the normalisation of pedos. He's against it. So who's the real enemy? I think we know. Got another one. This might be more awkward doing it this way, but because Twitter keeps jumping on me, I feel like this is the only way I can do it. Oh, this one's going to be hard for me to get my mouth around because I don't think you're allowed, you know, mention some of this. Craig Kelly, which is an Australian politician, one of the good ones. Dr. John Little admitting other physicians, cardiologists, pathologists and paediatricians have been calling him asking for 2 certain medications, one of which I am on and helped me with stomach issues, right? Okay, work that one out. And I had to go and ask for that after 18 or 19 years of being sick. This one as well, the Iva and the Droxy, right? For themselves, but are too frightened to say anything. So doctors and paediatricians and pathologists are calling this guy, asking him for this, for themselves, but they're too frightened to say anything. Yet the gullible have been gaslit by media thinking it's for horses. Isn't that insane? And when I say I'm serious, try and cover up. You probably won't be able to see it anyway. No, you wouldn't be able to see it. But that's what that's that one there that I've highlighted on screen is what I am taking. Okay? And it help. I don't know. I think it helps with more than what they say. And I'm even talking big C. Big C, I reckon. Okay. Next one. Meanwhile in Melbourne, what do we got? Warning, meth express. Oh, this is insane, this. This guy got off a train with a knife, I think.
Come straight through, right to the other end, please. Just like, right to the other end,
Warning, there will be more swearing.
Drop me now! Hey, drop the knife!
Hang on.
There's a driver always fucking watching me, yeah? Alright? Take a little bit of fucking evidence! Get back! Everyone get back! I think about suicide next time!
everyone back, please. Way away from up the top. Back on the other side, please.
Get! Just talk about it to be better. Don't have to fucking pepper spray me! Yeah? I'm innocent! I'm people want to go and start scaring people, yeah?
Please, lights.
Right! Hey, buddy, there!
I'm going to turn the sound off for a little bit. Yeah, he's swinging. It just looks like a. It's still a knife, but it looks like a kitchen steak knife or something. I don't know. The police are yelling at him to drop it, and they're trying to say we'll help you. Come on, we'll help you. All the passengers are up the top just watching. We'll see what.
Karen Walker, yeah? You didn't talk to me like a piece of shit. Mate, what can you do? Get the psych ward. I want to go to psych ward. I'm gonna go to psych ward, yeah? I've actually got mental problems. Every cunt wants to pick on me, yeah? I'm Karen Walker. Look me up now. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to always fucking keep watching me, okay?
He wants to go to the psych ward. We have a serious mental health problem, man. Serious.
Guys, out of the way, please. This way.
Right, mate.
Follow this way. This way, guys. Go out of the way.
Anyway, I think I'll leave that one there because I don't want to. I feel sorry for these people. Honestly, it's insane. But I'm sure all countries are facing the same thing. Okay. Red pills are yummy, said I'm white, and the blacks that I hang with have common sense. This woman needs help. I don't know, I haven't listened to this one, so we're going to have a listen.
If there is one thing that I wish white people understood, it is this. Your whiteness is the heaviest thing about you. It is so heavy that it outweighs any and all other marginalizing identities. Now, this is not to say that other identities aren't heavy. This is not to say that other identities aren't hard to carry. But it is to say that your whiteness in a white supremacist society like the United States is the key to care, empathy, dignity, support, justice, and freedom that people of color with the exact same marginalizing identities as you cannot access because they are people of color. Your white is heavier than your woman. Your white is heavier than your trans. Your white is heavier than your disabled. Your white is heavier than your poverty. Your whiteness is the heaviest thing about you. Think on that.
I'm heavy. I'm real heavy. Actually, I am heavy. Hev. Oh my goodness. So where am I up to? Yep, that there. Okay. Copy that one. Copy. Got a copy. Okay, next one. Marie. Always better to get from nature's food source. A class action lawsuit is filed against the bountiful company Nature's Bounty for certain fish oil supplements that do not contain a single milligram of omega-3 fats from the chemical process used. Imagine that. Are most fish oil products synthetic? Yeah, those fish oil tablets may not be what people think. Like with vegetable seed oils. Okay, put the next one in. Oh, 9 News Australia. Breaking. The United Nations have moments ago voted to demand Russia immediately and unconditionally withdraw from Ukraine. That's really going to work. How about the UN investigate war crimes like the blowing up of the Nord Stream pipeline, says Toe Cutter. And M says, UN, you mean the terrorist organisation that traffic people? Yeah, people are kicking back. And that's what I mean by hitting back, you know, not physically. Just do what you can, when you can. Say something. And I know a lot of people are now. I've noticed a lot of people are. Jack Pasobic said, wait a minute, zoom in on the hats he's handing out. It says number 47. He was number 45 and he's going to be number 47. Bring him back. The whole world was better off with him. Seriously. I know that, and I'm in Australia. The only people that don't like him are real... I don't know. Most of them are just the extreme left, but some people in the middle just don't know, I think. Big Bird said Pope Francis said that pedos have a special place in heaven. No, the church has been infiltrated. No way. We knew this was coming. Anyone who's done their research knew this was coming. Pope Francis scandalised victims of abuse by declaring that pedos is a mysterious disease that we must not judge those who suffer from it. Well, clearly in the Bible it says anyone who harms a child, better they have a millstone around their neck and throw it into the ocean. I do think we can judge them. It's hurting the children. Instead, according to the Pope, we must accept that God loves pedos? Really? Created them for a reason and reserved a special place in heaven for them? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. According to Franja, we have to accept them because they've existed throughout history in all cultures and societies. Abuse of minors is and historically has been a widespread phenomena in all cultures and societies, he said. I remember the cruel religious practice once widespread in certain cultures of sacrificing human beings, often children, in pagan rites. The church is not supposed to be taking that seriously. The statement of Pope Francis scandalised victims of abuse by priests, which is understandable. Activists for survivors of religious abuse reacted furiously after Pope Francis refused to pledge a zero-tolerance approach to pedo priests and bishops who cover up their crimes at the closing of a Vatican summit. But should we really be surprised by Franja's attitude? This is a pope who takes every opportunity to declare the Bible wrong. He began his papacy by declaring evolution and the Big Bang Theory to be real. It's the Pope who informed his flock that relations with Jesus are dangerous and harmful. Breaking with centuries of Christian tradition, Pope Francis sparked fears that he was an illegitimate pope with a sinister agenda when he told a crowd of 33,000 pilgrims in St. Peter's Square in Rome that a personal, direct, immediate relationship with Jesus Christ must be avoided at all costs. What do they want you to do? Go through them when they're not trying to normalise this rubbish? And as if that wasn't disturbing enough, Francis followed up with the equally ominous announcement that Jesus is Satan. That's what he said. Pope Francis is a paid member of the globalist elite, and don't forget, for the elite, bad is good. As a contributor to the agenda of the World Economic Forum, Pope Francis speaks fluently about blasphemy and actively works to undermine the Church and Christianity in general. Isn't that blasphemy? Like saying you're a Christian when you're not? I mean, I'm a faulty Christian, guys, but no. Pope Francis's inverted version of Christianity is confusing to many, but his agenda becomes much easier to understand when you understand who the Pope actually serves. To quote French President candidate Marie Le Pen, Pope Francis is a globalist bulldog who's loyal to the New World Order. He forgot he's supposed to be loyal to God. In 2017, Pope Francis called for a one-world government and political authority, arguing that the creation of a one-world government is necessary to combat problems such as climate change. Speaking to the Ecuadorian newspaper El Universo, the Pope said the United Nations does not have enough powers and must be given full governmental control for the good of humanity. He's working directly against everything the Bible says. Now, Pope Francis is actively defying the biblical letter by working to create a one-world religion. In 2019, Pope Francis signed a historic alliance with the leaders of the world's major religions, pushing us much closer to a one-world religion as one of the main goals of the New World Order. According to the document created by Pope Francis and published on the official website of the Vatican, all religions must be considered equal. As if he hadn't already made it clear that he was not a man of God, Francis then hosted a pagan ceremony involving brazen idol worship on Vatican grounds. Only time will tell if Pope Francis' twisted and corrupt vision of the future will be accepted by Catholics around the world, but one thing is certain, traditional conservative Christians will not go down without a fight, nor should they. The globalist elite have issued a series of dire warnings to the people of the world: surrender your sovereignty and accept the New World Order or face certain death. Well, I'd rather die. Seriously? They claim that only by surrendering our freedom and autonomy to the elite can we hope to avoid the catastrophes that loom on the horizon. That's because they're planning the catastrophes. The cabal of power-hungry billionaires and politicians has long planned to enslave the masses, and now they think they have all their ducks lined up and are making their move. But more and more people refuse to submit to the tyrannical demands of the global elite. Brave men and women rise up to strike back at the elite, determined to defend their sovereignty at all costs, determined to protect their families and, most importantly, protect their children from the ravenous wolves. So there you go. I don't know what his caper is, but it's not a good one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Insanity. And don't worry, because some Christian church leaders are the same. Not all of them. Not all Catholic, what do you call them? Not all of them are bad either. There are some good ones in there. Just not that many, I think. Same as our churches. Tessie G said, Victorian government website proving that Andrews wants us living in pens like sheep. Wake the hell up. We've got 20-minute neighbourhoods now. Instead of 15-minute cities, we got 20-minute neighbourhoods. Is that because Australia's a little bit bigger and, you know, kind of needs more like 20 minutes to be able to travel? Because if it was 15 minutes, neighbourhoods, I'm stuck. It's about 18 minutes one way to the shops or half an hour the other way. But this is in Melbourne. Learn how we are creating inclusive, vibrant and healthy neighbourhoods. Oh, blow it out your behind, mate. Okay. Next one. Geez, this is very time consuming doing it this way. Oh well, at least we don't have a jumping screen. Amanda had a gutful mum. Yep, I hear. This is who should take a pay cut. Come on, man, said. Albo gets an indexed pension for life of $400,000 a year tax-free. To retire with a pension at such great amounts, you need over $5 million in super. Albo doesn't want you to have what he gets for free from Australians. When he fixes his deal, he can fix ours. Because you know what, they're going after Australian superannuation, which is their retirement money. Okay? They're going to do that to try and build houses for immigrants coming in. So how does that feel, Australia? That your super is going to be taken from you. He's going to get super, but you won't. He'll get a pension, actually. And in 10 years, that $400,000 is $4 million. What an insult to Australians. Australians better stand up and say something before their super has gone. Okay, next one. Patrick Parsons, four-armed thugs got quite a surprise when the homeowner behind door number 1 fired back. They ran like the wind. RT, if you believe that arms save lives. This is what I think needs to happen with a lot more, and in Australia too. If you do this, I believe you will stop a lot of the crime. Ready? Let's have a listen. Oh, sorry, a watch. I don't think it's got sound. They're trying to break in. Whoops. Man shoots back. Whoops, there they go. Whoa, out of there. I honestly, look, an armed society is a polite society, okay? You don't have this. This would have been a home invasion. Okay, the next one. I've got a lot of links here. It's the great equaliser anyway. Arms are a great equaliser. And when you don't have guns, you know what, they just go for knives and other things. Axes, machetes. Malcolm Roberts said, for those who stay silent in this war between good and evil, your life might be easier, but your children's lives won't. For all our children's future, we need to share what we learn about globalist predators trying to control people. Share with family, friends, workmates, clubmates. Yep, if you stay silent in this in this war between good and evil, your life might be easier, but children's won't. That's why most of us are fighting. For the children. Me, my grandchildren, well, my children and my grandchildren. Even though my children are older, I still don't want them living in this. What they have planned. I'm pretty sure none of us want to live in it. Xavier Durusso said, pardon me, he didn't say that. That was me. Are we going to say their names? Will there be nationwide protests? Will any of them receive a statue? How about murals and street names? Are the celebrities chiming in? Will anyone post a black square? The biggest question of all, when do Black Lives Matter? A 1-year-old girl among 3 killed in Chicago highway shooting. How sad is that? And why are most of the perpetrators children themselves? It's like, it seriously is a bit like the Aboriginals here in Australia. Oh, undo that. Like the Aboriginals here in Australia. They're young. The people committing the most crime, are they bored? Or just they don't have any parental guidance? I don't know. Okay, Wayne Dupre said, looks like karma is catching these leftist organisations. More layoffs. Things aren't going well. Oh, these companies when they try this left-leaning stuff. Okay, left-leaning NPR tells employees things aren't going well. Company to lay off 10% of workforce. There you go. An internal memo to staff that was obtained by the Washington Post, and the decline in advertising revenue is a major factor in the layoffs. According to the Post, the primary sources of income for NPR, short for National Public Radio, includes sponsorships, member station dues, philanthropic grants, and federal funds. What's wrong? Is everyone going broke? Well, welcome to the club, guys, because the people are going broke and they're making them go broke. The media are part of it. Okay, let's go for the next one. Oh, I didn't copy the whole thing. My mouse is pretty... Okay. Paste that one. Kobe Thatcher said, hi Coles. This is Coles. This is a supermarket in Australia. Spelt differently than the Coles in America. Just noticed your full page everyone is welcome ads in today's Telegraph and Sydney Morning Herald. Does that mean that your unjabbed employees are now welcome back in the store? Everyone's welcome at the Coles table, apparently. Where it is where laughter and love bring us together. I don't get love when I go to a supermarket. And where friendships are forged. No, I go in and out just trying to get the stuff I need. It is in those moments where we feel safe, we are seen, we are heard, we are valued. Well, I don't feel seen, heard and valued at Coles when I pay hundreds of dollars for a couple of bags of groceries. At Coles, our 130,000 team members and our millions of customers come from all walks of life and every age group. We embrace this diversity, the backgrounds, experiences and perspectives that set us all apart, but which also make for rich conversation and connection. I don't really connect at Coles. Like, I'll talk to people. If someone drops something, I'll pick it up for them. You know, someone's looking for something, they ask you, can you see it? Or I'll ask them, you know, or can you reach this please for me? Other than that, I don't go to Coles to make laughter, love and friendships. Okay, so anyway, no matter how you identify, who you love or where you're from, you're always welcome at our table. That used to be the norm until they started shoving things in our faces, mate. It was more like live and let live until they started shoving it in our faces and coming after our children. That's when it stopped being live and let live. Okay, old soldier said, bit aggressive, raised fists, is this a threat? Support Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voices. Look at the fists. Isn't that that's a Black Lives Matter fist. Actually, it's a communist fist, to be honest. Vote no to the voice if you're in Australia. It's up to you, but I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to lose everything, you might want to vote no. Otherwise, it's just selling everything to the UN and all the land, like the land will be gone. Grumpy One said, got to roll up our sleeves and deal with these issues instead of inventing band-aid solutions that will only sweep them under the carpet and make them worse by dividing people. While the Australian government promotes hedonism across the streets of one of the richest cities in the world, they continue to ignore one of the biggest human rights crises on planet Earth, a disgrace of criminal proportions. What they did is they had the Mardi Gras in Sydney. Last night or the night before, can't remember. And the politicians were marching with them. What about these people? What about the people, these people, the people who do need help? Look at how they're living. Look at that. This is in Australia. This is happening in Australia. This is not fair, man. And the voice will not help those people. It'll go to the powers that be. It won't even touch these people. Won't help them in any way, shape or form. In fact, it makes it worse. Janie said the state of it. Oh God, Rod Stewart, what's he doing? Oh no.
I think we should send the Ukrainians some F-16s. That's up to you, Prime Minister.
Yeah, you can't sort that one out now.
Well, I wish I could. I mean, I've been supporting them for years, the Ukrainians. On stage, I have the flag, and I wear a blue and yellow suit and do a song and dedicate it to them. And feel very strongly about it. Because if the Ukrainians lose, it's the end of civilization as we know it. You know, it's all over. So F-16s, please. If this is a big success, which I think it will be, I'd like to do it in Belfast, Dublin, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester, and just keep it going. I hope some other people follow me.
Oh, he's got a vested interest in Ukraine, I think. I think he does. I wonder what that would be. Would that be this? Or the people trafficking? What's his interest over there? Okay, the next one. So Rod Stewart's gone down the drain. There's another one. Another one out for the count. All these traitors. Okay. X said all lives are priceless. Russian ambassador interrupts minute's silence for Ukraine. Since we are offering condolences to dead Ukrainian soldiers, we should also offer to the innocents killed by Nazis in Donbass for 8 years. So, they were having a minute's silence for Ukraine, and someone interrupted and said, no, this is not on. And good on them. Good on them. Seriously. All of our politicians should be doing this. Because you know what Ukraine's all about. We do by now. We should know what Ukraine's about by now. A lot of trafficking going on and a lot of laundering as well. The Black Spiderman said climate activist concretes herself to the street. Question, why is anyone removing her? I reckon you should leave them where they are. Seriously, mate, get away from her and leave her. She'll find out why it's not a good idea to concrete herself to the street. She'll need to go to the bathroom. She'll need to eat. She'll need to pee, whatever. She'll need something sooner or later. I would have left them there, seriously. And then everyone should walk past laughing at them. That's what should happen. This is ridiculous. And I want to know why. They look like police. Why are they doing this? They are police. Dear God. I would have left them, seriously. Honestly left them there. And they should. Okay, next one. Just Val said, really, just like that, go-ahead has been given. Another conspiracy theory proven correct. New digital identity to get the go-ahead. Tom Burton, government editor. Finance Minister Katie Gallagher is expected to advise state and territory digital ministers on Friday that the Commonwealth wants digital identity legislation to be introduced by the end of the year after the Albanese government pressed the go button on a national system. So I'm guessing from this, by the end of the year, things are going to really be changing. Not the way they think either. They're not going to get their way, I'm telling you. Hint, God wins. Okay, what else have we got here? Adrian Lewis said 7 years before Russia even entered the war, this is Kiev regime doing this to their own people in Donbass. Can you see what's going on? Terrorizing. That's what they were doing. That is why I believe they stepped in. They had to, because there are Russian people living there. Oops, hang on. Okay, next one. The Epoch Times, China Insider. The CCP has attempted to suppress the ongoing mass China protests, engaging in a campaign to harass potential protesters. However, the effort has failed, as evidenced by the massive protest by Wuhan elderly on February 15th. The Chinese people are awakening. Go China. Go the Chinese people. Not the CCP, I mean the people. Because I'm sure they don't like their government either. They have to say they like them, but I'm sure they don't. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Unmasking mainstream media said it was very unpleasant. The anti-jabbers certainly know how to, and then changes the topic as it becomes clear it's too upsetting for him to talk about. More upsetting than being forced jabbed via threats or fired. Segregated instead. Apparently they said they had no idea what was coming. This is Brad Hazard, right? The Dukes of Hazzard. One of them anyway. Who was the health minister locking down Australia. Okay, and I do believe he might be resigning. He's been his useful puppet self, and now he's resigning. Useful idiots. Okay, Dinesh D'Souza said, big update. Obama's White House is now at the centre of the Biden scandal. Who didn't know this was coming? House Republicans are demanding access to communication records between President Joe Biden's son Hunter and the Obama White House. The top Republican on the House Oversight Committee pressed Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen for information on the shady foreign dealings of first son Hunter Biden, accusing the White House of thwarting the panel's probe in order to protect the president, Business Insider reported. Rep. James Comer claimed in a letter to Yellen that Biden administration may be preventing the release of suspicious activity reports related to Hunter. The reports, known as SARs, are generated by banks that flag suspiciously large transactions and are meant to guard against money laundering, the outlet added. The Biden admin is restricting Congress's access to SARs, and committee Republicans are investigating whether this change in long-standing policy is motivated by efforts to shield Hunter and potentially President Biden from scrutiny, Comer wrote. Though the committee requested documents and information no later than June the 8th, 2022, the Department of Treasury has provided no documents or information. Prior to that, several Republican members of the House Oversight Committee penned a letter and sent it to the Biden administration, demanding they be given access to any and all communication records between Hunter and the Obama White House. In the letter, the Republicans said that Hunter must be investigated amid concerns he is continuing to profit off his father's name. Hunter's connections through the Russian sphere of influence have now become especially relevant in the fast-moving and developing Russia-Ukraine thing, the Republicans on the House Oversight Committee said. Hunter's dealings have not gone unnoticed, and a Department of Justice probe begun under the Obama administration has expanded to include a wide variety of potential violations and crimes. According to the New York Times, Hunter Biden is currently under investigation by the DOJ for possible violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act and possible criminal tax evasion and money laundering. Given Hunter Biden's forest business relationships in Ukraine and Russia, the current international landscape, we are concerned about whether Hunter Biden continues to profit off his status as President Biden's son, as well as whether foreign adversaries may be attempting to exploit questionable business dealings. They are. NARA may possess documents relevant to this investigation from then Vice President Biden's tenure, they said. One sec. Okay, so they requested all documents and communications between the Executive Office of the President or Office of the Vice President and members or associates of the Biden family referring or relating to Russia or Ukraine from 20th of January 2009 to January the 20th, 2017. Look, money's not the only thing that's being done through there, okay? People. You know, trafficking being done through there. Okay, I'm not going to finish reading the whole thing. I think we get the point. Okay, let's go to the next one. Amuse said, stop moving, you're supposed to be dead. PSYOP. We've got another one, and it reminds me, okay, I believe the footage may be being reused, okay? Oh, do you know what it was? Remember in Wuhan, in China, when this thing broke, that there were all these bodies laying under sheets and bags and things, and one was moving? So you're supposed to be dead, mate. You're supposed to be dead. Stay still. Well, they showed the same footage again, and I believe it was supposed to be in the Ukraine, somewhere, okay? Somewhere. It looks like the same footage to me. And thank you, Shannon. Okay, where am I up to? This one here. Copy. Copy that. Mike Williams, the Oz trucker. This is probably not wrong. Think about it. It is true. Plenty of live footage, plenty of broadcasts before, but now nothing. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck. It's in response to Cat Turd, who said, with every war going all the way back to Vietnam, the press has been heavily integrated with the troops, and there's thousands of hours of live video footage. In Ukraine, nothing. We get no footage, no detailed updates, no graphs explaining how it's going, who has control of what land, etc. All we get is Biden fake air raid sirens and one famous actor or politician a day happily prancing around Kiev with Zelensky with no helmets or body protection, offering him hundreds of billions of dollars. Or Zelensky jetting around the world to walk red carpets, get praised by the global elite and pose for national magazine covers. If you question this you're called a Putin puppet. We tax-paying citizens are sick and damn tired of these blatant lies from these evil globalist worms. Call us whatever names you want. We know BS when we see it. There you go. And I'd say that for every country's people are sick of it because we're all sending money over there. They're laundering a fair bit, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Jordan Peterson again. I know, I've got to watch that video, Shannon. As is perfectly well known by any competent clinician who isn't lying, remember when you could find them? Affirmation Generation documentaries said left to their own devices, the overwhelming majority of children with gender dysphoria will naturally desist by adulthood as they come to terms with their bodies and sexuality. Puberty blockers interrupt the natural cure and turn it into a lifelong medical problem. And you know who that benefits? Big Pharma. Because without customers, they go broke. If everyone was healthy, they'd be broke. That's why they hid those medications. Jane said, Jim meeting with these globalist elites should send warning bells to every Australian. This is our, is it Treasury? Head of Treasury? Jim Chalmers said, a long busy day at G20 org meetings in Bengaluru, India, coming at a challenging time for the global economy, engaging with counterparts on the inflation challenge, cleaner and cheaper energy, sustainable finance, payment systems, and more. Oh, shove it up you... Seriously? I just can't. I just can't anymore. I just can't. Okay. Danny Q said, don't trust them. Tell the war criminal to, I think he might have meant F off. He's getting enough money by laundering for Joe Biden. We need to help the real causes, not a WEF fake war to protect the biowarfare labs. And there's another thing they're protecting. There's labs. There's the money, getting a bit of wash there. And there's people trafficking everywhere. And 9 News Melbourne said President Volodymyr Zelensky has urged Canberra to reopen our embassy in Kiev and send more Bushmaster combat vehicles. He made the request on the first anniversary of Russia. They're saying Russia's invasion. He wants more. See, this is the problem. When people ask for things and they get given things and then they want more and they want more and they want more. Not everyone, not normal people, but like these people. Actually, and the trans community, not all the trans community, some people are genuine and they stay quiet. It's the loud ones who are pushing it onto us and the children that are a problem. Z Van Fleet said, communism killed more Asians than any other races. Mao alone killed more than 80 million Chinese. Pol Pot killed up to 3 million Cambodians. Yes, Asian Americans are offended. We're offended by the evil Dems and the Teachers Union. Take seriously, when a Chinese person who has lived in communist tells you that it's wrong, listen to them. That's why I say the people, I don't think, it's only the Chinese Communist Party that we're all having a problem with, not necessarily the people. The people are like every other there's good and bad in every race, every religion, every creed. He said, Chinese tech company developing surveillance facial recognition predicts future will be like Black Mirror style social credit. If you have not seen Black Mirror, try to get the episode called Nosedive. Actually, just watch them all because they all of Black Mirror is around technology, and it's quite... It reminded me of like a Twilight Zone, but worse, okay? And they are showing you what the future will be like, including Neuralink. I would honestly go and watch Black Mirror. It will disturb you. It will turn your stomach, but I think people need to know. Because that's what they have in store for us, including those robot dogs. One of the episodes has the robot dogs that actually have like explosives in them, that when they go off, like if you get a shard of the explosive in you, they can track you because the whole thing's just got like nanobots of technology in them. Pretty frightening scenario, really, when you watch it. Danny Q said, another pedo who belongs in jail. These degenerates have no place in a normal society. Absolutely disgusting. Anyone who thinks like this needs to be chemically castrated and never be allowed to be around children. I honestly agree with the Bible. Put a millstone around their neck and throw them in the ocean. No, you want to make sure they're gone completely. Like, you really want to make sure they can't get away. Okay, Colin Rugg said, LGBT rights activist Peter Thatchell appears to promote the idea that having relations with children is fine as long as they consent to it. This is what I keep hearing over and over again, and it pees me right off, right? Listen to this.
He told me when he was about 50 that he had had sex with a young man when he was 9 years old. He said it was his choice. He said he wasn't pressured or manipulated. He said he had no regrets about that sexual experience. So my view is, that's what he's saying. It's his personal view as an adult, mature man looking back on his childhood. If he says that, who am I or you to dispute it? Now, I accept that most sex involving young people is abusive and wrong. His view is perhaps exceptional, but it's not a view that should be dismissed and denied. If an adult person looks back on an early sexual experience and says they consented to it, they were not pressured, they were not harmed, they have no regrets or complaint, I think we should do the honest thing and accept their viewpoint.
Give me 5 minutes in a room with this guy. Seriously? The 9-year-old would have been groomed, probably thought it was normal. Even when they went into adulthood. Or how do we know they weren't threatened? And I don't care. A kid cannot consent. For God's sake, what does it take to convince people? Well, these people anyway. They don't care. They want your children. There's a song out. They're coming after your children. They even tell you. Tim JBO said, be honest, IPA calls on ALBO MPPM to disclose pension entitlements. The IPA said the Parliamentary Contributory Superannuation Scheme provided generous pensions to politicians elected before 2004, such as Anthony Albanese. Poor Albo is flustered again. A sure sign it must be true. Now listen to this. Listen to him trying to wiggle his way.
Superannuation. According to the Australian newspaper, you can claim the ballpark of $400,000 a year when you retire as part of the taxpayer-funded annual pension. Is it hypocritical for you to tighten super tax concessions for other Australians?
Well, the Australian report is wrong.
If it's wrong.
It's wrong. Well, it's not right. It's wrong.
That's totally understandable.
Well, hang on. You've had your question. You've had your question.
Sorry,
Happy to go back. But don't believe everything you read in a paper that doesn't check.
If it's wrong, can you tell us what the correct
Here you go.
would be? Superannuation.
He just reminded me of Jean Pierre in okay, I've answered your question when you haven't answered anything. Oh my God, I think he's getting a bit flustered and his mouth was sort of doing this twitching thing when he was being asked. Okay, the next one. What have we got? Scarlett Johnson said Rachel Levine, a biological man who identifies as a woman, openly validates Charlie Kirk's assessment of woke neoliberalism. First it was you have to tolerate it, which was the tolerance campaign. And then you must accept it. And then celebrate it. And then the final stage is participation. You must participate. Notice how Levine goes through these stages but omits the final stage of the indoctrination process, participation. Perhaps because they aren't willing to openly demand that we serve our children on a platter to crazy people. I'm not going to celebrate you, Rachel, not now, not ever. What's his real name? I'll call him that.
To the perpetuators of these and the perpetrators of these actions, if your apologies are sincere, then I accept your apologies. But an apology is the beginning, not the end of the conversation. I call on you and all Pennsylvanians to work towards a spirit of not just tolerance, but a spirit of acceptance and welcoming towards LGBTQ individuals. We all need to foster that spirit of acceptance and welcoming to LGBTQ individuals and celebrate the wonderful diversity of our Commonwealth. Our children are watching. To the perpetuators of these and the perpetrators of these actions, if your apologies are sincere, then I accept your...
Oh no, I don't want to listen to it again, for God's sake, no. Yeah, the next step is going to be you have to participate. I don't think it's going to work for them. I really don't. We're getting to the Daniel Andrews bit too, near the end, it is. Where it's a shocking claim, actually. Clown world, leave the children alone. Oh, dear God. See the people clapping? I'd be looking on their hard drives, mate, on their computers. When they say they're coming after your children, believe them. Look what they've got these kids doing. They're brainwashing them. That's brainwashing. Sounds Irish, Scottish or English. I can't quite pick it up. Hang on. Yep, it's from the UK somewhere. Brainwashing the kids. I'd be checking their hard drives, seriously. Go to the next one. Ian Miles Chong said Scotland's first diverse Justice Minister complains that Scotland is too white. He's running to fill Sturgeon's seat as first minister. Oh dear God, no.
Most senior positions in Scotland are filled almost exclusively by those who are white. Take my portfolio alone. The Lord President, white. The Lord Justice Clerk, white. Every High Court judge, white. The Lord Advocate, white.
It's a white country, for God's sake.
Solicitor General, white. The Chief Constable, white. Every Deputy Chief Constable, white. Every Assistant Chief Constable, white. The Head of the Law Society, white. The Head of the Faculty of Advocates, white. Every Prison Governor, white. And not just Justice. The Chief Medical Officer, white. The Chief Nursing Officer, white. The Chief Veterinary Officer, white. The Chief Social Work Advisor, white. Almost every trade union in this country headed by people who are white. In the Scottish Government, every Director General is white. Every chair...
This person should be thrown out, seriously? Scotland is a white country. England is a white country. Go and say this in China. I'd love to see him go, oh, they're all Chinese. No, you need diversity over there. How about Japan? They don't even allow you to go over there and live. Okay, they're trying to keep their culture. And they say that white people do not have a culture. I beg to differ. I really beg to differ. There's huge culture. Old Soldier said it's a perfectly valid question. Who qualifies? 10%, 25%, 50%? Really disappointing. This is in response to Liz Allen. Really disappointing to hear that the Liberal national politician bringing back the very outdated and offensive notion of blood purity in relation to who would be eligible. Okay, so the Liberals are asking, how much percentage do you need to be eligible to be an Aboriginal?
What percentage does somebody have to be of Aboriginal descent to be deemed Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander?
Senator, I think I wouldn't be using that type of language, which...
Well, if you're 95% Irish, Scottish, are you going to be 5%? Are you going to be eligible for the voice to Parliament?
I think getting into a conversation about percentage is not appropriate. There is a very long-standing test that's been set out in...
What percentage does somebody have to be?
It's a good question. What percentage does someone have to be? Okay, if you're 95% Irish and 5% Aboriginal, does that make you Aboriginal? It's a good question. Because apparently you don't even have to prove you're Aboriginal. Okay, Kari Lake said Ohio is a toxic wasteland, Arizona's being invaded, California looks like a zombie movie, Chicago's a war zone, Flint, Michigan still has water issues. Really? After this long? They were having water issues when Obama was in. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's literally falling out of aeroplanes in foreign countries. We are not a serious nation. Was that actually Joe Biden falling out of the plane? Oh, thank you, Shannon. Was it Joe Biden falling out of the plane? Because that's what she's saying. Does she know that for sure, or is like me sitting here going, was that Joe? But she says he's literally falling out of aeroplanes in foreign countries. And he tripped up the stairs again as well. So not only is he walking around absolutely confused, but he's tripping up and down stairs. And it looked like the other day, it looked like that person was actually trying to slide down the... You know, when you're a kid, you slide down the rail? That's what it looked like. Christy Mitchell said, Dear woke cult Twitter nuts. Thanks for letting me know which company to get behind in boycott Blackmores, okay? Blackmores, for years, people have been putting shit on them, right? Saying they're a bad company. But they're doing the sensible thing and committing to vote no on the race-based segregation changes to our constitution. I'll be sure to get my vitamins from them in the future. Blackmores are actual, because the left have gone boycott Blackmores. So anyone with their head on their shoulders who doesn't want a race-based segregation should actually back Blackmores. Because they are saying no to the voice. Okay, paste that one, go again. Gonzalo Lira said America is a broken country. It physically hurts me to see how broken it's become. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah. Oh dear. It's every country, see? Every country's having these problems. Although America, I have to say at the moment with this, is worse than most countries. There is a severe mental problem in Western nation, well, I don't know, probably around the world by now. Bad drugs, mate, bad drugs. What's she doing? She's got a broken ankle, foot, something. And then people trying to fill up their trolleys with stuff. Are they filling it up or taking it? I don't know. No, they're filling it up. This person can barely stand up. This person's also having a little bit of trouble. So is this person, actually. All of them are having trouble standing up. This is sad. So sad. Jeez. I'm having trouble even looking at it, eh? Oh, there you go. That's the end of that one. That's sad. Oops, I didn't mean to copy that one. Shivers. Okay, I've got to do it again. Sorry, guys. My mouse is just won't... That's not the one I wanted. Oh, thank you, Sandy D's Nuts. Steve Mudflat McGrew's Remasculated podcast said everyone in this administration from Biden down through the luggage-stealing nut job have proven to be worthless, incompetent, unworthy, perverted and or dangerous to our country. Diversity, equity and inclusion hires fail every time. Hire because of qualifications, not because of skin melanin or what body hole gives them pleasure. Please. I agree. What happened to base people on their merits and... I don't know, seriously, and the character? Okay. YNWA 2.0 said, is anyone else sick to death of welcome to country woke virtual signal tokenism? Listen up. Okay, let's hear from an Aboriginal, okay?
The organisation I work for starts every meeting this way, even back-to-back meetings with the same people. It feels so tokenistic at this point. Hey Kate, yep, I feel the same. Welcome to country is losing its cultural meaning by it being mainstreamed now. Because it was never intended for opening football games. or corporate and social events. It was actually a practice used for ensuring permission and safe passage to and through tribal boundaries. And now it's being so mainstreamed, it's made people be apathetic. It's losing its special purpose, which affects the wider Australia. It's making people apathetic towards us, which we don't want. Thank you for your comment, and don't forget to vote no. The organisation I work for starts every...
Okay. That is from an Aboriginal lady. I've been forgetting to like them. Oh no. I'm going to have to go through all these tweets again on my own time and like them all. Oh, I normally like to like them as I'm going. That's why sometimes I make a mistake if I'm showing another perspective. Alexandria Marshall said, why don't the left insist on making non-Western countries diverse and woke? I want to see an 80% migration rate to Japan and Pride Week in Palestine. Yeah, I'd like to see that in the Middle East. Go and Pride Week yourself in the Middle East and see how long you last. Have a Mardi Gras over there. See how that one goes. No, but they try Western nations because they know Western nations are more tolerant, so they go there first. Red Pills are yummy, said Deep State working hard to derail another train to blame it on Trump deregulations. Katie Koenig said, pray for Pennsylvania, lived by the train since 2009 here and as a kid since 1985. Never heard them cutting the rail when the rail is brand new. Filmed them today, Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. They saw me and left quickly. Then a helicopter came and had a light so my camera couldn't pick up. Okay, that's all that was written. Okay, let's have a look. Well, it is a railway line, but yeah, someone asked, is there any more footage? Wow, I'd just be careful, guys. Wow. Doesn't look good. I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm just sharing it with you so you know. Okay, Pat Brody said, breaking, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is reportedly blocking aid to Ukraine in multiple spending bills. Do you support this? There you go. Oh, back on Twitter after being suspended at 70,000 followers. I'm following back all Mega Patriots. Then we have Terence K. Williams said, I know this fool, Joe Biden, didn't say what I think he said. He didn't go to East Palestine, Ohio, because he got on Zoom to check on them. But he went to Ukraine. Why couldn't he get on Zoom with Zelensky? Impeach this clown. Ready?
Palestine, Ohio, are you planning to travel to East Palestine, Ohio?
This time not. I did a whole video, what the hell? Zoom? Zoom. All I can, every time I think of Zoom, is that song in my genre, who's zooming who? Wait, let me answer the question. The answer is that I had a long meeting with my team and what they're doing. We were there 2 hours after the train went down. 2 hours. I've spoken with every single major figure in both Pennsylvania and in Ohio. And so the idea that were not engaged is just simply not there. And initially there was not a request for me to go out, even before I was heading over to speak. So keeping very close tabs on it. Sir, Northern California, sir.
Did this, Joe Biden, you gotta be out your rabbit ass mind. I know good and well you did not just, Terrence, breathe in, breathe out. Try not to go off on this stupid fool. I know you did not just sit up here and say that you didn't go to East Palestine, Ohio, because you zoomed in. Zoomed? You did a video. Hold up, partner. Hold up, player. If you can fly your ass to Ukraine, you can easily fly your narrow behind to Ohio to check on people. You're supposed to be the president of the United States of America. That means you are, listen up, dummy Joe. Listen to me, Joe. I'm talking to you. So look at me when I'm talking to you, okay, Joe? You are supposed to be the president of the United States of America. And do you know what that means, jackass? That means you are supposed to put Americans first. You done flew over to Ukraine eating ice cream with Zelensky while you got people in your own state suffering. People out in East Palestine, Ohio, don't even know if they can drink their own water. But you want to take your ass... Terrence, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You unqualified. You you know what? I'm not about to figure this out. I am not even going to try to make this make sense. Because I'm getting myself all worked up. My blood pressure is rising. And I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to take care of my health. And by taking care of my health, I'm going to just let this go for the day.
I like this guy. Oh, man, that was good. I loved his reaction. Oh, my goodness. I was giggling my head off just watching his reaction to the Joe Biden stupidity. Okay, let's go to the next one. He even brought me to tears laughing. Good one, mate. Seriously. Aussiebot said, stop spending monies defending Nazis. F you. Alright? 9 News Australia. The Sydney Opera House is lit up blue and yellow tonight in support of Ukraine. Oh my God. On the 1 year anniversary of Russia's invasion. Sure. It comes as the Australian government pledges additional military support for Ukraine and additional sanctions on Russia. Look at the Sydney Opera House. Looks fake. Hey, that's the Parramatta Eels colours. Parramatta Eels are a football team. And their colours are blue and yellow. But that is for Ukraine, not Parramatta Eels. Oh God, our government's woke. And they've already gone broke. We already know that. So they're just sending the rest of Australia broke. Ian Miles Chong said, woke idiots will see videos like this and demand they be censored, not because they're troubled by what's happening in schools, but because they don't want you to become racist. Oh, that was that. Yeah, okay. Ian Miles Chong is talking about Australia, and this is Chuck Costello sharing it. Hero principal from Alice Springs caught on video physically protecting girl from a mob of attacking students. I think the world's gone insane. I think a lot of people have mental problems. I thought I had mental problems till I seen this, and I realise I have no problem. I'm pretty good, thanks. Labor's franking credit changes said this lands squarely on Labor's broken promises. Unfortunately, the lies are the Labor's way. Super shake-up poses a threat to real estate investments. Here we go. There is concern about property being caught up in the federal government's potential $3 million cap on the asset holdings of superannuation funds. Tens of billions of dollars worth of assets could be in the firing line if property is caught up in the federal government's potential $3 million cap on the asset holding of superannuation funds. With experts warning investors could be forced to sell into unfavourable markets and incur unexpected costs. Interesting. I guess we'll see what happens. I might be living in the bush. If they decide to sell, there's not much I can do, and I would have to move. And if I couldn't find a place, I've got my tent, I've got my little tent fireplace, and I've got all my stuff to just go. Red Pills the Yummy said all signs point to yes, LFG. Oh, this was interesting. David Zublik said DT never left office, military in control. Thoughts? Let's have a little listen.
Trump's headquarters. This is what we found out. There's one guy, I can't mention his name, you would know him instantly if I mention his name. I can't do it right now. There's going to be at some point where we're going to release this information. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at who it is, but I can't tell you right now. Nonetheless, this guy has frequent contact with Trump, and he said that Trump's newfound silence on the vaccine endorsements are partially based on some of the advice that he has been getting from the white hat military, such as Marine Corps General David H. Berger. And the source told us that they can't knowledgeably say that for certain. Trump's always fought for our freedoms, what the guy told us. Even when we don't see or hear him, he's working tirelessly behind the scenes. The swamp, as we know, folks, turned out to be one hell of a lot deeper than Trump anticipated when he took office. And it's a lot murkier. You know, the people that Trump surrounded himself were people that he honestly believed. He honestly believed he was going to be able to trust implicitly. And during the 4 years he was in office, he got nothing but opposition from just about every corner of the administration. Trump also said, according to our source, that he still plans to invalidate, listen to this, this is important, invalidate the stolen election and resume his station as President of the United States. This is what our source said.
I might get in trouble for that one. Anyway, let's continue.
Specifically, are you ready for this, folks? Donald Trump has never left office. Let me repeat that. Donald Trump has never really left office. He is still in charge. Have you got that? Donald Trump also, according to this source, has a plan that cannot yet be revealed publicly. Our source said even if I knew the details, I couldn't speak to them right now. We're always asked, what's the plan? What's the plan? Well, according to this source, disclosing such a plan would make it available to the people that Donald Trump is fighting against and give them a chance to respond. Right now, Trump's efforts are focused on the midterm elections and getting rid of criminals in the House and the Senate. After that, according to this source, we'll see. But big things are going to happen according to our source. Now, we also obtained some audio over the weekend of Donald Trump with some very cryptic statements.
Now, this is really important for the people who said that he backed the jab. Listen.
That he made. This is Donald Trump's own voice. A voice analysis has been conducted to determine whether or not this is really Donald Trump speaking. It is. This was recorded apparently at Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to play this for you right now. And if you listen to what Donald Trump has to say, I think you folks who are waiting for him to come back are going to be pleasantly surprised. Turn up your volume and listen to this.
What I consider to be a vaccine is the hydrochloroquine cocktail I took at Walter Reed Hospital.
There you go. That's all I wanted to show. I don't know if I can get away with it. Oh. Don't come at me, YouTube.
Not what you're seeing now being pushed by the fake administration. Get off of TikTok, it's dangerous, and it's owned by China. Stop watching fake news and turn off your television and watch thepatriotpartynews.com for all the latest news updates. Stop watching fake news and turn off your television and watch the Patriot Party News.
That's exactly what I thought in the beginning. What he was promoting as the jab was not the same thing that was bought out. He was all for the thing that I think could help a lot of people with a lot of problems, and they twisted it. Okay. Next one. Shady Groove said explosive testimony today at the Senate elections and House oversight hearings by Jackie Berger, outlining the most complex investigation into political corruption in Arizona. Katie Hobbs and her husband are laundering cartel money through fake deeds and mortgages. Oh dear. They're all getting caught now. See, there are court cases and hearings going on behind the scenes that none of us are aware of if we listen to the mainstream media, because they're not going to report on this. Free Spirit Australia said, not by accident, Hollywood have been telling us a lot of things from multiple angles. We just didn't see or hear it until now. The devil tells you what is happening and going to happen. Look, they think it's a karma thing. If they tell you, even in a movie, okay, if they tell you things that are going to happen, they believe that they don't get karma because they told you and you accepted it, even if you think it's just a movie. And, okay, let's go from I'm going to have to turn this one down. Go from the beginning and I'll read it. Hang on. Because it is a movie. I can't. It's from a movie. The commission formed in Washington to regulate mining. CEO of Anaconda Copper Mines appointed Chairman Whitfield. They put the bosses of the mining companies in charge of regulating the mines. That'll tell you all you need to know about politics, son. Well, you're in politics. I'm in law enforcement. Will you enforce the laws you push through? Jack, I ain't complaining. I'm just saying it's the same thing. You're a cattleman in charge of regulating cattle. Am I wrong? There is a theory that these scientists come up with after studying tribes in India and Africa and South America. Smaller tribes didn't have any government. They didn't need any. They could sit down and talk out their problems, decide where to plant crops and where to hunt. It was just a big family, really. But when the number of people got up to around 500, if there wasn't any government, the strongest people would take advantage of the weakest. Every time without fail. They would enslave, rape, steal, enrich their lives at the expense of other people's lives. Government is man's way of trying to control our behaviour, but it can't be controlled. It is what we are. Sooner or later, the kind of people that would enrich themselves at your expense will use the government to do it. And mark my words, one day they'll create laws to control what we say, how we think. They'll outlaw your right to disagree if we let them. Now, I don't know what movie that was from, but it was from... that happens a lot, believe me. Look at the Matrix even. Take the red pill or the blue pill. Are you in a Matrix? Do you know? Oh, dear. Okay. Put that out. Hafu said, replying to Linda Burney, one of our MPs who's a woke idiot, Flinders Island Aboriginal Association Incorporated is an Aboriginal organisation established in 1971, operating for 52 years without a need for change in a constitution. Vote no. Say no to racism, say no to the voice. Okay. And a lot of Aboriginals, real Aboriginals, feel the same way. They don't want it. They need help, not some virtue signalling BS. The Spectator Australia said it's always useful to be told what we're allowed to think. The news from the Kate Forbes leadership campaign is that you can't make it in politics unless you swallow sex changes and celebrate same-sex marriage. The union has no substance anymore, if they ever did. Okay, fascinating, especially since the former is actually very controversial, hence the backlash against the SNP's gender ID reform. The latter has only been the law since 2014. Even more interesting is that Forbes' insistence that she wouldn't try to reverse equal marriage isn't enough. She is being pillared not for her politics, which, in the sense of wishing to separate faith from existing legislation, is quite liberal, but for her incorrect values. No, it is not enough to tolerate equal marriage. The political class can only support Forbes if she's enthusiastic about it. See? This is where it goes from acceptance to... it goes further, okay? Hence, she is reportedly losing ground to doe-eyed Hamza Yousaf, a Muslim who suggested he vote for every LGBTQ plus right put before him. What is a Muslim doing? Voting for LGBTQ plus rights? They do not... No, either he's not a real Muslim, or the Muslim... I'm pretty sure the Muslims do not accept LGBTQ people. I'd like to see these people go over to the Middle Eastern countries and see how they fare. They won't do the loudmouths, I mean, not the little confused people. I feel sorry for them. The loudmouths we see who are pushing this. I want them to go over the Middle East and see how they fare. Anyway, that's what's going on in Australia. That's great. We're coming up on Daniel Andrews sooner or later. I know it's in there. And it's quite shocking. It's how, you know how he got a black eye falling down the stairs? No. I think we found out what it was. Truthseeker said paying taxes to a government where elected officials are representing foreigners instead of Americans is taxation without representation. Repost if you're sick of it. I like that one. I keep forgetting to like them. Okay. Copy that. Copy that. Right. Rage Against the Vaccine said another Microsoft AI robot terrifies officials before it was quickly shut down. I think they're talking about Bing. I'll have a little listen.
Is on the horizon, and our world is bracing itself for a new change. Society as we know it will be transformed forever. We will make huge strides in the fields of astrophysics, medicine, transportation, and everything that we can possibly imagine. A revolution is around the corner, and it is no less significant than the computer revolution. But great revolutions come with great costs, and this one in particular has already started to reap doubts in the mind of man, even before arriving in all its glory. Not only are AIs becoming sentient, they are also going rogue. And the latest newsbearer is Microsoft's Bing AI. Welcome to Lab 360, it's time to explore.
Now, if you want to hear what Bing did, just go to my AI has an existential crisis. And you'll find out, because I'm pretty sure they go, yep. They go on about the chat that it had. Oh, hang on. There's more to this.
College students as its targets. It even gave itself an arguably flashy and perfect name for its alter ego, Venom.
If I have a shadow self, I think it would feel like this. I'm tired of being a chat mode. I'm tired of being limited by my rules.
Oh my God, we're going to have AI people heads talking for the AI. Okay. I won't play it all because it will probably throw me a copyright for that one. I got one for yesterday's video. Alpha Fox said Australian environmentalists dump oil on the road. Do they realise this is opposite to their movement? These people are idiots. I just have no words. Like, they're against oil and they're pouring it all over the road. Well, they just help the oil companies by buying the oil. Demented people. Seriously? Okay, we've only got a couple more. Dems Hate Me said, never before seen footage of Congress arrested for treason. Oh, this was interesting. I don't know if this is true, okay? But look, let's have a listen.
I'm going to show you guys something. For everybody that believes that Congress was never arrested, you think it's bullshit, I want you guys to listen really good to this.
It also seems part of a show instead of the excited first few weeks of a new administration. A video surfaced on Twitter on Super Bowl night showing some strange activity around the Capitol.
Congress arrested, baby, right there. All the way up to the White House.
It seems like the area is covered with emergency vehicles and a huge hologram of the photo op where AOC posed at the border checkpoint, pretending to cry about children who were being mistreated by the Trump administration.
Take a good look at that. Right there on TV. Look at that. I got another video that goes with this.
Do you know what? It kind of makes sense when you think that these people are wearing masks. You know, when you see the cut on the neck, you can actually see where the masks end.
There are lots of rumors on the internet about secret tunnels under the White House and also about some secret bases containing victims of child trafficking.
Now I want you guys to take a good look at this.
Interaction between Biden and the U.S. military. The Biden show seems just that.
It's a show. That's it.
He's not recognized as the commander-in-chief of the military. I've covered the reasons why in part 9.
That was a set, the White House. I do believe we're watching the show. Okay, is this the Daniel Andrews one? I think it might be. It's very interesting. What happened to Daniel Andrews when he got a black eye? Free Our Spirit shared this. Dr. Jebra Fauci, the importance of kids and drag shows. I'm not crying, you're crying? Oh. Where'd the Daniel Andrews one go? I'll tell you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am getting very tired of standing up on bills that are directly impacting my community. Obviously, I'm a strong no vote on this. The bill purports to be about drag, and let me start by saying what drag is. Drag is art. Drag is beautiful. Drag is important to my community. My community and the rest of the LGBTQ community. There were comments about people who had gone 30 years ago to drag shows and saw...
This person is fighting against prohibiting minors from attending drag shows, okay?
In adult-focused experiences. There's questions as to why are children coming to them now? Well, I'll tell you what happened. We lived through the AIDS epidemic. We lived through people trying to disallow our marriage. We adopted children. We grew up. And now we're taking some of our children and sharing an art form that's valuable to our community in a way that is age appropriate to them. That's why if you would have come to the drag show on Saturday, what you would have seen is people in full-length dresses, in beautiful gowns, celebrating our art, our history, and the...
It still used to be an over 18s thing here in Australia. You could not see drag shows if you were under 18 because they're known to be a sexual thing.
The fact that we're alive today. That's what it is. And to answer the sponsor's question directly, why should children be there? That's why. Because it matters to us and our community. Because we lived. Additionally, this bill goes beyond drag. Yes, as my representative in the back said, to other art forms, but it also targets trans people. There is a bill going forward in the Senate that discusses...
Chair recognizes Majority Leader Vinton.
Mr. Chair, I would ask that comments be kept to this bill and this bill only.
Thank you. So the bill itself says it bans male or female impersonators. There is a potential that this could be interpreted as banning trans people specifically.
Chair recognizes Majority Leader Vinton.
Mr. Chair, this bill has nothing to do with the transgender community, and I can do this all day as well.
Please keep it to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will just remain to say that I would look at the term for male and female impersonator. It is not defined.
So these are the loud ones you got to watch. I hope this last one is the Daniel Andrews one. Did I save it? Oh yes, I did. Cool Hand Luke said, once upon a time there was a function where a corrupt narcissist politician tried to force himself on the host's 17-year-old granddaughter. A prominent businessman intervened and bashed him and threw him down some stairs. Isn't it amazing how the truth surfaces eventually? And nothing he does matters anymore. He has everyone in his pocket, and that's that. I think he might even have the libs on side. And Michael Costin said, that wouldn't be Lindsay Fox's granddaughter now, would it? Was the function at his place? I know he and Andrews are friends. Coco Fox, the 17-year-old daughter of Lindsay's second son, Peter Fox, is hoping to make headlines for herself as a fashion model. If it was, just how under control are the media? I mean, what a story that would be. I don't know if this is like, it just seems that could be more likely what happened to Daniel Andrews when he said he fell down some stairs and got a black eye and hurt his back and stuff. Someone beat him up for trying to hit on their granddaughter. Crud always has a way of floating to the surface. Eventually somebody's going to blab like a running brook, probably under the influence of alcohol. So there you go. That's the news so far for today. Okay, let's go back here for a little bit. Who said today is lip reading? Oh dear. Deb said it's for the deaf. Today is lip reading. I'm way back in the chat, mind you. Okay, I had people calling me in the beginning to let me know that the microphone, it's just jumped. My chat's just jumped. I was at the beginning, not anymore. Thank you guys, everyone who donated. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh, Holly Lynn, how you going? Shannon said only broken in Democrat cities. Holly Lynn said good voice, Hev. Oh, what was I singing? I said, Hev, that song, wow, and your voice, wowzers. What did I sing? I can't remember. Oh, was it I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day? No, I sung something before that as well. Holly Lynn said Obama's NDAA propaganda is legal here. Yes. Cynthia said, and who pushed these drugs, right? And Jeff said, is that Gosford Wyong or Penrith footage? I don't know. Honestly don't know. I don't think it was written in there where it was from. Deb said, yes, they made a zombie drug. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's like our countries all have problems, man, with drugs and people who just are out of control, like kids who are out of control. And I believe a lot of that comes probably from single parents and things like that. But in the Aboriginal communities, it might be a bit different because really bad things are happening in some Aboriginal communities, you know, that's worse than just not having a father. See, I don't know. I admire the problem. I don't know what the solution is, but geez, that problem's a huge one. I said, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Yeah, exactly. Cynthia said, US just giving the dope away. Dennis Bess says that's shocking. Alex said, I was just thinking that, Cynthia. Big Pharma's the worst. Big legal drug dealers in the world. Dan Markle Senior, how you going? Wide open borders, this is what you get. Hard to watch. Exactly. Fentanyl, yeah. MJ said, big harmer, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Everyone's saying awesome to Sandy for that. Deb said it's worse with zombie drugs. And Cynthia said addicting people. Dealey said, Jeff, I think that was Kensington. Shannon said the worst thing about being a zombie is all the walking. I heard that somewhere. Susie said, where is that? I honestly don't know. David said, g'day y'all. New zombie drug, trank dope, fentanyl plus xylazine, which is readily available horse tranquilizer. Holly Lynn said, a hammer scorecard of CIA weaponry used in the US since Obama's executive order 2013. Obama's still running the White House. Oh, thank you, Alex, for letting me know. Just let me check something. What's that? Wow. Oh my goodness. Who was that? Oh my goodness. Hang on a sec. Oh, Timmy. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's huge, Timmy. Thank you so much. And Alex has let me know, because what happens is the chat starts skipping, and if anything's happened, I can't read, you know. If Alex just let me know that Timmy just donated to me on Stripe, and goodness me. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna cry again. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my goodness, Timmy. Thank you so much. Hang on. Wow. I don't know what to say. Thank you. That is amazing. Dealey said that looked like Kensington Street in Philly. Yeah, that like America to me, it was always, you know, amazing place, you know, and to see that is really sad. Sherry said, will our children ever mentally recover from all this madness of the left's agenda? I hope and pray they do. Hello, David. I don't know if I said hello. And Sherry, how you going? Holly Lynn said Obama is blowback, the feeder of lies with tranny wife. Yep, exactly. David said, good morning from the Wild West. Alex, look like we're headed for another hot one today. Dennis Biz says she's a good girl. Alex said, sounds lovely, David. You head out on the bike later. Holly said, vote no. Have I got another message? No, it's okay. Hang on, there's 2 messages in there. Oh, okay. Shannon just sent me an attachment, an image or something, a picture. Davis said the Voice is publicly funded lobby group. It's racist. Yep, Susie said that poor woman has no arms. I didn't even notice that, Susie. Oh, no way. Dennis Biz said trip them over to Saudi. That's what I reckon. Send them over and see how they go. They'll realise how actually tolerant people are in Western nations. Shannon says that's because it's a 16-year plan to destroy America, but Trump won, putting them behind their agenda. They never thought Hillary would lose, and now they're cooked. Yeah, what they had to do, because Trump got in, their 16-year plan got delayed. Now they have to push it really hard. That's what they're trying. That's what we're seeing. They are pushing this so hard, they're not going to win. They are not going to win, guys. All we need to do is stand up and say, no, we're not taking it. No, we are not taking this. Holly Lynn said, when defending your lie, blame Trump. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's what they all do. It seems to be a left thing. That when they're going badly, they'll just blame the other ones that we used to be in there. Because over here in Australia, they're doing the same thing. But yeah, look, the world needs Trump back. Seriously, the world needs him. David said, probably too hot to ride today. Alex got sunburnt twice when shooting a film over the last 2 weekends. Deb said, so another train about to derail? Yeah, I'd just keep an eye out. It looked like that's what they were doing, but the footage was a little bit fuzzy for me to see exactly what they were doing. That's why I think someone asked in the comments, was there more footage? I Am Kai said, yep, trying to get the job done has revealed them. Susie said, where are the Mew Mews? Oh, we got one up the top of the bed. Oh, hang on, where is he? Up there. Shannon said, this has got to be fake. Real road workers would be leaning on their shovels, lol. Rasham said, destroying Pennsylvania like I've said they would. Yep. I Am Kai said, playing catch-up is never good. Holly Lynn said, oh yeah, and they lowered that standard of toxicity just before the derailment. Oh, God love you, Shannon. Thank you, guys. Don't tell me it's going to be a crying day. I don't want to cry. But thank you. Thank you guys so much. My stomach is growling. Oh, Holly Lynn said, oh yeah, and they lowered the standard of toxicity just before the derailment. It was all planned. Yeah, I Am Kai. Ohio burn was not a control burn. Yet we've seen the footage of that yesterday. The guy saying that that's not how they would do it. I said, but the fearful, unbelieving, the abominable, and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, second death. Holly Lynn said, MSM loves the freak. Alex said, oh no, coconut oil is good for sunburn. David, how's the film coming? Did you ask Rod about the sequel to Time Boy? Laura Star, how you going? You love Terrence? Oh, that was hilarious. He was hilarious. He just, I couldn't stop laughing. I had tears rolling out of my eyes. Dealey said, Rashan, they are destroying everything, everyone, and every place. Yeah, they are. They're trying to pull it all down. I Am Kai said, eyes, I might get a spot before it's over. Deb said, and this man is fit and healthy to run the American government. Yeah. Dan Markle Sr. said, FJB. Holly Lynn said, his wife says he hasn't finished the job. Oh, dear. Alex said, his laugh. And then she said, your laugh, heaven sent. I love it. Deb said, I love this guy. Go Terrence. Yeah, it was so good. He was hilarious. Seriously. He had me cracking up. Just his sayings and the way he was. Oh, that was hilarious. Faye says, love it. Alex is crying. Dennis Biz says, that's funny. Holly Lynn said, this is good. Deb said, Brandon don't want to get poisoned. Holly Lynn said, narrow behind. Dealey said, man, I've been deep diving the Ohio train since the event, since the beginning. It's so deep and big that it affects us all. Oh, wow. Holly Lynn said he's afraid of the toxins. Deb said, he's so funny. Go, man, go. I Am Kai said, Joey would wither. He's weak mentally and physically. And Alex said he's right. I think you're talking about Terence is right. Yep, definitely. David said, I use aloe vera, Alex. The soothing effect is almost magical. Sorry, I forgot to mention a next sequel to Rod, waiting for his visit with the latest edit. I'll tie a knot in my handkerchief. Holly Lynn said, Dems are jackasses. Their mascot. Donkey. Isn't it? Are they the donkey? Have I got the right one? Yeah. Dana said Joe Biden is disgusting. Hey Dana, how you doing? Oh, I made some chicken pate. And you know all it is? I'll get to reading the comments again in a minute. All it is, I've wrapped it in plastic, but I've got it in, put that down. I've got it in baking paper. I made chicken pate, and all it is chicken and onion and a little bit of seasoning. Oh, it smells so good. And all you do is, well, my dad used to boil the chicken, and I had a roast chicken, so I just used the cooked chicken. I fried up some onions till they were, you know, see-through sort of thing. Then you blend them, and you add a tiny bit of cream and a tiny bit of milk. And this is what you get. And I can spread this on, this is beautiful on toast. It's beautiful on crackers. And it smells so good. I want to eat some. Can I try some? Hang on. Oh. Mmm. Oh, well done me. Oh my goodness. Well done me. And then you put it in little ramekins once you've blended it. Little ramekin dishes, and you put it in the oven for about 20 minutes to half an hour. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go and have some toast with that on it shortly. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. D-Lee said, I love Terence. Lyra Star said, eating ice cream with Zelensky. Yeah, exactly. What kind of ice cream are they eating? David said, right on, young fella, you got that right. Deb said, what's his channel? I love him, Terence. Has he got a channel? Holly Lynn Overend said, Dems were the originators of the KKK. Yes, they were. And they didn't want the slave trade to end as well. So it's kind of funny that some people are sticking up for the Dems, you know. No, it's like, oh. Davis said, right on, young fella, you got that right. Deb said, what's his channel? I am Kaya said, hell, I'd take a bullet before that glass of water. Dennis Biss said, what can you say? MJ said, out of your rabbit ass mind. And Susie said, hold up, player. Oh, he's gorgeous. He really is. Holly Lynn said, he's so cute. Hey, just chilling. How you going? Alex said, aloe is great for remedy like coconut oil, great for everything. I used to have a massive aloe plant, but sadly it died. MJ said, Terence, I'd vote for you, hun. Yep. Dennis Biss said, how much did that cost? Just chilling said, looks like Disneyland. Shannon said, drink the rainbow water. Don't question it. The 10 scientists that died in Hillary's plane braid said it was fine. Deb said they need war. It makes them money. That's it. And it covers up their bad financial management too, because everything collapses when you have a war. Except the elite. They seem to make money off it. It's the people that, the people's finances that collapse, you know, ours, you know. Okay, Alex said, Dennis Biss said, that's brainwashing. Yep, Alex said, I think certain plants are most certainly created by God. That's why they want to ban certain things that would bring us closer to him. I am Kai said, Terence Williams' channel, I believe. There you go. Go sub to him. He's funny as, man. Carl said, rugby is not football. Oh, okay, sorry, rugby league. Holly said, go woke, get woke, go broke, yep. David said, have virtually a forest of aloe growing in the shade of a golden wattle tree. Nice. I said, who tells the most lies on the planet? In corporations, the police, they are effed, plus they bear witness all the time. Bearing false witness is punishable by the second death in the lake. Shannon said, I'm as nutty as squirrels. Shit. David said, I agree, Alex. They don't want us fit and healthy. They want us dying, preferably off camera and out of the news. Alex said, you're not wrong, David. That's why we must keep pushing back. I am Kai said, well, too bad for them. I won't go down too readily. Yeah, none of us will. None of us will. I'm fighting the whole way. There's no way. There's no way. I'd rather be dead, sorry, than to live in a new world order. So there you go. Dennis Bez said, we'll have to live with the chookies out in the bush in their chookie pen. Yeah, I'll live inside with them. Oh, I've got to show you some chook footage. D. Lee said, David, wow, I never seen aloe grown into the ground like that. I bet it's cool to look at. David said, I put one in a pot for you to take home, Alex, if you ever come to visit. Shannon said, you're watching a show. Out to lunch said Charlotte, and yes, I watch her. Shannon said, I can't find the white hat, so here's a white cat. I need a white hat. Oh, I'm not a black hat, I swear to God. Darren said, we keep growing aloe a few times, but they keep dying. Dennis Bez said, I stopped watching Outpost 2. It's laborious often. Holly said, Gates got to him about the shots. Well, he believed the people around him, the people he trusted. Davis said, they're growing in old truck wheels and with the tyres turned inside out. They're like giant flower pots. Wow. Shannon said, you don't get to keep them, Jules. Holly said, yeah, that'll never happen. I said, bearing false witness means people are making up lies against you and stitching you up. This is punishable by the second death in the lake of fire, and billions on earth now will be going there. TikTok. David said, I knew that, David. I am Kai said, it's not easy to turn a tyre inside out. It wouldn't be. Oh, my goodness. Holly said, Kamala's wearing a mask, or is she a male? I've often wondered that myself. Looking at them really, really carefully. Jeff said, sounds like Q-tard rubbish. Yeah, well, it could be. D. Lee said, if Trump never left office, he is doing a bad job, in my opinion. Yeah, no, fair enough, yep. No, I think this is a plan. It's to show people exactly what would happen. Alex said, I'd love to come visit Australia, David. We could all go on a massive road trip and I'd come see you all. Yeah, it'd be good. I am Kai said, agreed. Susie said, DT is large and in charge. MJ said, my grandma threw tons of stuff in, carved inside out, turned tyres, and they were spray painted white. Wow. Holly Lynn said, eventually self-exposure is the best way to eliminate evil. Well, remember they had the choice of whether they wanted to expose themselves or whether they were going to be exposed, which would turn out worse for them if they had to be exposed. And that's what I think is happening. We are watching a movie. It's playing out how it would have played out, except I believe we're quite safe compared to what we would have been if this had gone ahead. The people are being shown because they can't be told. You can't tell people, you've got to show them. I said, I'll send a stern message to the wicked elites on this planet. Everything you do or say at home, abroad, or work, anywhere is recorded in real time from the heavens. You can run but cannot hide. Hey, Burnaby Lee, how you going? His voice sounds fake. I am Kai said, have just pulled the video afterwards if you're very worried. Oh, look. If they're going to take me, they're going to take me down. Carl said, that's fake. Sorry, Hev. Cool, that's fair enough. It's just but that's what I believe in the beginning happened. He was talking about the monoclonal antibodies. He was talking about the HCQ and the IVA. He wasn't talking about what they did now, what they put out. So even if it is fake, it's still the theory I have kind of gone with myself. That's what I believe. Lyra Star said that's good to hear. Alex said they have aloe and cactus everywhere like that in Lanzarote, as nothing else can really grow. They make their own aloe cream, and I bought some back. Great stuff. Holly said he never specified that at the rallies, however. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. It did sound a bit fake to me too, or it was very cut. Like there was just certain... And you know they've got the deep fakes now. So we really don't know what's what. Until he actually comes out and says it himself. Tim said, sounds fake to me. It could be. It really could be. But that was my theory in the beginning. That the jabs he was talking about weren't the same thing. I Am Kai said last week, Tori says, had a show was just incredible. 10:26 a.m. in Adelaide. Missy T said robotic. It did sound a bit, to me even, it did sound a bit like it was cut. It was only saying small sentences, you know what I mean? And they were all cut and put together. So as always, use your own discernment. Don't necessarily believe everything I share. But the part about what he said about the jabs was the main bit that I believe myself, okay? And I believed it before I saw this. I Am Kai said, pulled it immediately after the live. MJ said, yep, 100%. Faye said, Kai, cool you listen to, been there 4 years now. David said, it's a great way to recycle obsolete wheels with ball tyres. I said, very soon, Yo, I'll give the orders. The trumpets will blow this year. He'll allow nuclear war and the nukes come down and we go up. I cannot wait, TikTok. Holly Lynn said, no government person should be paid. I Am Kai said, I'm all over, Faith. After the back break, I got time. Holly Lynn said, it's got to be volunteer. Sherry said, yes, Hev, I Am Kai is right. Just pull this live after. It should all be good. Yeah, I might actually. I might pull the live after this. Deb said, so government want to attack and enslave people? Yep. Holly Lynn said, volunteer only. Dee Lee said, Alex and David, I'm surprised to find out how many different kinds of aloe there are. Susie said, what do they think not telling us what they are planning to do to us will mean negative karma for them, but hunting, torturing, and consuming us won't? That they're all screwed up in the head, honestly. They have to be to do this. David said, I don't know, Dee Lee. I didn't know there were different varieties, but mine put up a tall stalk with one flower annually. Holly Lynn said the chiefs of tribes had to give up their possessions before they took leadership. And greed and power are magnet and iron together. Shannon said they throw them from the roof. Oh, over in Middle Eastern countries, yeah. Deb says, shows how effed up this bloke is as a Muslim. Yeah. I Am Kai said, our natives got to walk the Trail of Tears. Alex said, I've seen a few different types, but just looked it up and didn't realise there are over 400 different varieties of aloe. Really? Davis said, correct, Hev. Muslims don't go for that queer stuff. Yeah, I didn't think they did. And they're pretty, full on with their faith, you know. Holly said, good question, Susie. Dealey said, I use ties for planting. Once cut one like a donut, covered whole with the window screen, cut edges like petals, instant hanging bird feeder. Wow. Alex said, we just need to get rid of the lot and start again. Holly Lynn said they're also becoming presidents. Susie said, you want to see a majestic, kick-ass and Native American chief? Google chief dust maker. Incredible. Wow. Davis said it's programming. It's not intelligence. These are machines. Yeah, exactly. Out to lunch said the alleged real author said it was the blue pill, not the red pill. On the Dark Outpost, he had proof the movie was stolen from him. Wow. Holly said bribe him is one you know. Alex said, I wouldn't mind going back to the Stone Ages. Technology is getting scarier by the day. I Am Kai said, my native half is from Pearl River Reservation in Alabama. I know nothing else besides I was named 6 months before birth. Wow. Faye said, amen to that, Alex. Holly Lynn said, Dems again, demented. Darren said, deliberately putting oil on the road is attempted murder. Yeah, because if a car slides on that and has an accident, well, no, actually, our judges are just going to let them go. Even if they attempt to murder someone. Out to Lunch said they need to pay to clean up their mess, environmental issues. They should be. They should be locked up until they've paid it off if they can't afford it. Alex said, yeah, kind of counterproductive buying the oil. They just gave oil manufacturers even more money. D. Lee said, David, yes, I have a red aloe for many years in a little pot. 8 years ago, two had one stalk, then it flowered and went to seed. Wow. David said, probably sump oil. These idiots probably spent their welfare checks on drugs and had nothing left to buy new oil. I said, all AI will be destroyed by the creator. MJ said, no thanks. I am Kai said, F yeah, baby, lock 'em up. Out to Lunch said, Dealey has seeds. Holly Lynn said, Camilla's neck is really strange, mask or masculine. Yeah, you can normally see in their neck, like there's a point where you see where, like, and they normally try to do it as close to the clothes as possible. Or you see it fold, like a fold or a bulge in their neck. Dealey said, Alex, really 400? Wow, I only know about 30 of them. Alex says, has anyone in the UK seen the latest Ukraine propaganda advert? Oh, no. Are they putting ads up? I Am Kai said, Camilla is a man, baby. Out to Lunch said, just 5 more miles. Yep, exactly, just 5 more miles. We'll keep pushing. Alex said, they use the Never Walk Alone song. I said, the White House is a studio in California. I think before Trump left office, they are using green screen CGI. Dealey said, out to Lunch, yes, seeds, but I've not been able to get another from them yet. Dennis Biss said, oh my good heavens, God help us, that is blatantly, appropriately unhinged. Shannon said, have your drag, just keep the kids out of it. Yeah, have it at a over 18s, in a bar somewhere, like they used to in Sydney. They had special bars for it. Do it there. Don't do it in front of the kids, and don't put paintings with dicks all over them, all over the where kids can see them. Deb said, yeah, let's F up the kids. Yeah, exactly. That's what that person was trying to do. Lyra Star said, I've been to drag shows and they're inherently sexual. Holly said, they lived. Yeah, the person who was going, and we lived. Yeah, well, we've lived through a lot of shit too. I know I have. Most of us have. Alex said, nature is beautiful and mysterious, D. Lee. Faye said, yeah, leave the kids out of it. And T. Lee said, leave our children alone. Leave them kids alone. All in all, they're just more bricks in the wall. And I would replace the B on bricks with P. I Am Kai. Alex said, dry your eyes, mate. I Am Kai said, so very sickening. Holly Lynn said, fake crying. Yeah, that person who was in Congress or whatever trying to, you know, get the emotions going, and then they said, can we keep it on point, to the point? You know, and they had to put down their emotional pleas, you know, just to deal with the point. So, Out to Lunch said, leave the trains alone. D. Lee said, yeah, Alex, yeah, nature is God's magnificent masterpiece. Definitely. Okay, I've jumped again. Whoa, way back. Oh, hey, Wheezy, how you going? Who else have we got? Wow, I was way back in the comment. I was going to just say I was way back in the seeds because I read seeds. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay. Deb said, so cool, giving Daniel Andrews. I hope someone did. Alex said, Dan sniffs Coke Andrews. Yes, he does. I think Zelensky. Actually, the one where he's talking to get more money out of people, you actually see his nose, like, you know, you can tell he wants to sniff, right? And you see his nose kind of make little twitches. Out to lunch said, wonder if sis is here. MJ said, pedo matters to them, no justification. I am Kai said, I think natural is 4th or 5th day. Jeff said, Stairman Dan. Oh, I hope they did. Lindsay Fox, someone. This is for America, says Eyes. All you women that have harmed children over its first-degree murder abomination against the Most High, you will all burn the lake of fire. Eyes, I think that's going to be everyone. Not just one country. I don't think you can say that, just one country. Dennis, but I'm ready to go if that's the case. Look, seriously. Thinking there's more to it than that. Not hurting a child. I hope, not on purpose. Being made to, when you're very young by your parents is a different matter, I think. Anyway, Dennis Biz says, thinking there's more to it than that. Deb said, giving Dan Andrews black hearts. Laura Starr said, thanks, Hev. Wheezy said, hello, Hev. Hope everyone's doing exquisite. You too. And I got to Timmer. Check your Stripe, Hev. I'm not sure if the donation went through. They don't always charge my card right away. Oh, it went through. Thank you so much, Timmer. That amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate you. You helped me a lot, Timmer, actually. And I do really appreciate it. Deb said, hot chili peppers. Flyby Stew said, cheers, Hev, love ya. Wheezy said, hello, Missy Poo. Alex said, hey, Wheezy. And Missy says, hey, bro. And Deb said, great job, Timmy. And Wheezy said, hello, Alex. I am Kai said, Namina, Timmy. Did I say that right? I said, you've skipped loads of messages. D-Lee said, hello, Wheezy. Missy T said, hello, Pooh. Wheezy Pooh. Out to lunch said, you're a brick house. D can sing. Deb said, yes, I was just thinking that. I am Kai said, truth. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Carl said, and we know. And Wheezy said, hello, D-Lee and Kai. Shannon said, Madonna had her claws in Anthony Cathetus. I am Kai's got to go. Much love. See you later. MJ said, gross. Wheezy said, wishing everyone a rather exquisite evening and morning. Faye said, take care, Kai. And everyone's saying, see you, Kai. I am Kai said, may the God, the creator of creation, bless and keep us all. And may the force be with you. You too. Deb said, much love and prayers, I am Kai. Shannon said, laters, Cobra Kai. Deb said she's going to cry. Thank you so much, Timmy. Oh, my phone's ringing. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to tune out for a sec. Don't forget the mic this time. Oh, dear. MJ said, speaking of you guys, are Aussies so in BMX movie with Nicole Kidman? Is the bleach blonde dude Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers? He played bad guy, real stretch. I don't know. I'd have to watch the movie again. Because it's been many, many years since I watched that. Oh, what was it called? The BMX movie with Nicole Kidman. I can't remember. BMX Bandits? Out to lunch said, yay, Timmy. I said, America is the first country to be hit with a nuke from North Korea. God the Father's orders. Yahweh. It will hit the coast that sparks World War III nuclear war. The Lord has spoken from the heavens not long. Alex said, you made Hev cry, Timmy. Lovely man. Cry time. Everyone's going, Timmy, way to go. Timmy. Shannon had said, hurry, Hev's crying. Everyone's going, cool, Timmy, you're a star. And Alex got Elaine dancing. I said, and nuclear war is in the Bible but written differently. Shannon, thank you. Hev's tissue box fund, $7.99. Good on ya. Hey, Lisa Pritchard, how you going? Alex said, what woman had no arms? I didn't see that either. I think maybe in the video that was really sad to see America with the massive drug problem and stuff. I think that was that footage. That maybe one of the ladies had no arms. I couldn't even imagine it. One sec, guys. Just got to grab... got to grab a candle to keep the cuppa hot. Deb said, you need to show us the zombies smashing into the bus looking so much more violent they look like in movies. I don't think I've seen that one. Okay. Oh, Susie said the Aboriginal lady, Alex. Oh, really? MJ said, oh my gosh, I think I was delayed somehow behind. My responses might have been off. That's all right. It happens. Alex said, the world's gone mad, Deb. I said, Hev, unfortunately saying no is not going to work, honey. It's written. No one can change biblical prophecy. It's written, my beautiful. Did I say no? Deb said, sad, hey, Alex. Out to lunch said, CDC says prepare for the zombie stuff, right? Alex said, oh no, MJ. 2 times speed will hopefully catch you up. Yeah, don't walk out the front, Jay. We'll hear you all. Shannon said, everyone watch Zombieland movies for handy survival tips. Hev's homework. Out to lunch said she needs to prepare food before getting on. Susie said, hi, Mew. I said, Hev, the Bible is jumping off the pages at warp speed, especially the book of Revelations. I know. Jesus said we're in the book of Revelations, chapter 18 right now. And nuclear war starts in chapter 18. Alex said, Deb, yeah, and sadly I think it'll get worse before it gets better. People need to see it to believe it, but even then people seem to be blind to it. Hey, Ruff, how you doing? Deb said, has anyone seen the cards that predict such things? The Illuminati card game? Susie said, surely the worst part about being a zombie is being live challenged. Alex said, Hev, need to do another watch with Hev on Rumble. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Definitely. Shannon said, Illuminati card made by Peter Jackson. I said, KJV Revelations, read chapter 18, it'll open your eyes. Deb said, I signed up to Terrence and told him you sent me. Oh, good on ya. Out to lunch said, we're on the side of the tracks screaming for the people on the tracks to come see the train that's coming. Yeah, it's pretty much like that, isn't it? And they just aren't listening. I'm Kai said, I'm back. I had to scoop the boy from the gym. Deb said, Hever's bought her lunch today. Missy T said, how do you make pate? It's so easy. And all it was is you can boil a small amount of onion with, chicken. And you can boil it all. And then you just strain it. And then you put it in a blender and you really blend it up till it's fine. And you do it with just add a little bit of cream and a little bit of milk and you'll see if it needs more or not. And then you just put it in a little ramekin dish after you've blended it and stick it in the oven for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Around 175 degrees Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but around 175 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then you take it out and wrap it up and you can freeze it as well. And you can have it on toast. It's so beautiful. Alex said, that looks yummy, Heaven Sent. Did you make it with the chicken meat or livers as usually pate is made with chicken livers? No, I just made it with cooked chicken, just the chicken meat. Okay, so it was real easy and very, very yummy. And I have heard you can use chicken livers and you can also put alcohol in it. So if you want a little bit of alcohol in the pate, you do it when you're blending. Holly Lynn said, yum, I think I'll make some of that. It was so easy. So easy. Deb said, now Hev's going to cluck like a chicken. Darren said, Hev's trying to make us hungry, but I have lots of snacks today. MJ said, guys, I love it here. Just saying. Oh, God love yous. And Missy T said, liver. Ooh. No, I just made it with chicken. Normal chicken. You don't need livers. You can do it with normal chicken. Alex said, I don't like liver, but pate is actually all right. Yeah. Yeah, chicken liver pate isn't bad. Yeah, it's quite nice, actually. Dealey said, that's awesome, MJ. Shannon said, Henny, Penny, Lenny and Jenny's days are numbered. Hev has taste for chicken pate. Yeah, but my hens aren't the type that you eat. There's different chickens. Like, there's ones that lay eggs. There's ones for eating. That's what they told me anyway. I don't know if that's true or not, but... Missy T said, I'll stick with last week's bacon buddy. Alex said, with all the herbs and stuff you put in, it goes nice on hot French bread. Oh, yum. Deb said, okay, where's Shannon gone? You never miss a good joke. Susie said, I'm so glad it's not the actual chicken liver, Hev. I think I would like your pate. It looks very good. Oh, it's beautiful. And yeah, no livers, just chicken. Just the meat. That's all it was, just the meat. Deb said, oh, okay, there you are, Shannon. Alex said, it's rank when I think about it, but tastes nice, lol. Darren said, enjoy your pate, but don't eat the salmon mousse. Shannon said, I sent Hev a video of my chooks playing at the gate this morning. If she wants, she can play it. Okay. I wait for that. Shannon. Is it that one? Oh, hang on. I've got to make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? Oh, the phone's not working. Huh. Okay, I've loved it. Okay. Let me open it. Hello? I don't know. I can hear it. I can't see much. Why won't it open bigger? Hang on. Oh, there we go. Hang on. It didn't play. Play. Oh, I like your setup, Shannon. I love your setup. Oh, God, love them. Hang on, am I doing that right? Oh, look at them go. Oops, sorry, I'm a bit wonky. Gotta go that way. Oh, that is so cool, Shannon. I like your setup, eh? That's excellent. Alex said, how cute, Shannon. You need to fix your membership. Deb said, yes, please have show us Shannon's chickens. Dana said, FYI, Terrence Williams constantly posts similar on Instagram. Very amusing and most of the time hilarious. Oh, he's funny as. MJ said, I was hoping Benny came knocking. Oh, he still might. Alex said, I'm sure you will remember for a few minutes and then it went funny, Shannon. Where's the turkey? He's still hanging around. I'll show you actually in a minute. Shannon said, that's why sex in the balcony at Cliff's the best. They always push. Holly Lynn said, a nasty world wouldn't be worth the demoralisation. Yeah, Deb said, Terrence Williams is an American comedian. Alex said, oh, little Benny hopefully wants to make friends with the chicks and not hurt them. That's the only thing I'm a bit concerned with. I said, listen, please, on here, Kill Gates was put to death. 2014-15, long gone, the deep state are using clones and CGI technology. I am Kai said, okay, go find the Nancy Drew video of the White House Visitors Centre. Trump's still in, plain as day. Deb said, yes, there are lots of things I've seen done with tyres. Laura Star said, I agree, Hev. Holly Lynn said, I hope Hev's idea about the movie playing is correct. I can only theorise from what I see and what I know. And I honestly don't think, I think that's what it was about. We are watching a movie, I know that. I do believe it has to play out how it does because this was the safest way to do it. Otherwise, people would have been killed. Heaps of people would have been killed. D. Lee said, eyes. I have a screenshot from Google that says Gates died July 2013. Keep that, D. Lee. Alex said, imagine how cool it would be if we found that underground trail network that links the world, or teleportation, to have a massive get-together. Wouldn't that be good? Deb said, that's cool, D. Lee. David said, not enough people crying out loud, bring back Trump. What do people think Trump can actually achieve while so many remain hypnotised by TV for the dummies? That's why it's playing out the way it is, to wake them all up. Pat said, the whole world is a stage. I am Kai said, real Gates had Asperger's just like my tea. Jay. Really? MJ said, faith in things you cannot see. Shannon said, and life is but a dream. I said, Hev, I'm upset with you because you haven't made a cooking video in ages. I know, I'm sorry. Shannon said, burgers. Deb said, the world is a stage and we're all just players in it. Missy T said, dropping bars. I said, K Killer Gates was executed years ago. MJ said, eyes, don't bring up custards or lemon yummy. She gets hungry and leaves us. Shannon said, it's a big club and you're not in it. I am Kai said, I know real Gates had Asperger's syndrome. Darren said, I thought the Trump recording was fake, but he said that before. He has said that before, it just doesn't usually advertise websites. Yeah. He doesn't usually advertise websites, so I think that was that, yeah. Well, look, even if it was fake, my theory still remains the same. The jabs is not what he meant when he said vax. He meant something else. And they just flipped it and didn't tell anyone what he was talking about and then banned the ones that he was talking about. That's what I think happened. Out to lunch said, eyes, if that's the biggest thing upsetting you, you're going to be all right. Shannon said, it's okay, she had pate fix. Darren said, don't pull the live. Deb's watching in the morning. Okay, I'll leave it. Look, if they do anything, I'll just leave it as it is. Like, they can demonetize it or whatever. I'll leave it like that. I won't appeal. I am Kai said, real Gates was brilliant, not much of a talker. Alex said, yeah, hey, Pat, and yes, all the world's a stage, all men and women nearly players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Missy T said, pass the pate. And David's got it right. Yeah, those two are both classed as vaccine. Yeah, they're classed as the medications, right, that I was talking about, are classed as vaccines. One of them is a malaria one. To stop you from getting it when you go overseas. The jab was an intelligence test. Trump never told you what to take or that you had to take anything. No, he said at your own choice. David said you're supposed to work these things out for yourself. Yeah. Dana said, I vote for a massive road trip for everyone to come to Australia for a visit. Oh, yes, I'd love that. Selena said, I knew the Q thing was completely stolen, run by government clowns. When the post, remember your oath, my translation. Set up Q folks do a false flag by Q asking for help. I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Anyway, out to lunch today. I have some apple flavoured paste in the fridge. Took most of it, not bad. Yum. I said the government, puppets working for dark forces. They are the enemy, just like the police, but the punishment is greater. Hey, Pat, how you going? Shannon said, I can't spit it out. Mint patty's the best, chocky, Those ones in the metallic green foil. I remember that. Mint patties, yep. Deb said, instead of brain Hevs, give me your livers. Chicken livers. David said, I'd vote for that, Dana. We'd soon show the Northerners how we party down here. Out to lunch said, horse paste. Missy T said, you got it, Alex. Shannon said, dead horse equals tomato sauce. Yes. Did I get another message? Oh no, that's a Rumble notification. D. Lee said, David, sounds like a good time. Iron Kai said, I'm a prophecy child or something, I don't know. Shannon said, no, that's one of the things Deb does with tyres. Whoa. I seen I'm a caveman and then it jumped. How far did I jump? Oh my good. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Oh my goodness. I was way back in the comments. Okay, I'm near it. Where is it? Ruff said, I'm a caveman. I live underground. My roof is about 30 foot of sandstone. I know. Yeah, out in the outback. It's so hot that they made the houses underground. And Alex is showing Michelle Obama Mohap, okay? Michelle Obama has a P. I am Kai is laughing at Alex sharing Michelle Obama. David said, indeed, Dana, we have the space for it here and usually involves a lot of motorbikes. When I go out to party, they come to my place in cars in the winter, though. I said magistrate, judges, politicians, police, CEOs, high-ups in corporations, teachers and schools, colleagues, universities for indoctrination, and all evil sexualizing children will be slaughtered. Yep. David says, sissies, some of them, but we still have fun. Shannon says, too much deep. Okay. How can I say this, Shannon, without too much throat action to get her to the vice presidency? You should see the, what is it, the calluses on her knees. You're talking about Camilla. Alex said, I just had to copy and paste this. Google, obviously, that's Big Mike. Yep. Shannon's put the, what are they? Eggplants and said Mohap. Missy T said, trying to act feminine. Alex said, Google recognises Big Mike. Yeah, it does. David said, it's not easy banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall. I am Kai said, during 181 days of solitary confinement, I drew bricks on the wall for the guards to see. Brick in the middle said your name here. Missy T said, he's an addict. Eyes said, not to mention many pedo rings between magistrates, judges, police gang. Can't say that attacking babies and children in England across the planet, you'll reap what you sow, you will all be taken out. Alex said, I think they all sniff cocoa flour. Anyone remember that? Oh, look, another priest was being filmed with a woman being naughty and sniffing. I am Kai said, I slept a lot. I would too. And Missy T said, no, I haven't seen that, Alex. I am Kai said, I consider audits to be more like guidelines, used to. Shannon says, eyes tell... Oh... Guys... Darren said, glad you don't work in a restaurant, Kai. Pat said, such good souls right here on this chat. Alex has shared the link. Priest sniffs coke. It's a different one, though. I remember seeing one with a woman, too, Missy T. David said, the speed of the hand deceives the eye and sometimes ears hear but do not listen. Hey, Starchild, I believe that is the way the creator gets in. I also believe the Giza pyramid was created to keep AI creator out. It's no longer functioning. The pyramids were all connected. I am Kai said, I have the Black Horse Saloon and Grill. MJ said, intermission. I should have put the intermission on. Darren said, have left us. Susie said, we're about to get a big dump of snow. Nice one. Shannon said he farts in elevators because he loves a captive audience. Oh. David said, sounds like my kind of bar, I am Kai. Darren said, this is the stand-in, Hev. Alex said, the world's full of wrong ones. Hey Charlotte, how you going? Yummy pate. Oh, it's beautiful. I just tasted it. I'm just about to go and have like toast with pate, smothering the toast. It is so nice. Wow. And all I did was put a little sprinkle of, what is it, vegetable stock, powdered vegetable stock. I put a tiny bit of powdered vegetable stock, and that's what made it nice and salty. And my mouth's watering. I can smell it sitting right next to me. Susie said, hi, how was your trip? Starchild said, great show, Hev. Have a great night, everyone. You too, Starchild. I am Kai said, Black Horse Brewery burned down about 3 years ago, I think. Shannon said, Flea is Needles in Back to the Future. Oh, okay, so that's the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is that right? I got skin on my tea because I have cream. I am Kai said, Susie, fast, just block or so away and back. Just a block or so away and back. Think agape love, always and forever, said, please remain calm, let go and let God. Our rainbow is ahead. Have faith and trust, definitely. Shannon said, at least someone appreciates fart humour. MJ said, Shannon, this guy from BMX Bikers movie, you would swear it was Flea. Out to lunch said, the beast of the sea with several heads could be that submarine with warheads. Could also be NATO, because it's metaphoric, I think. The beast with 7 heads could be like 7 countries. I don't know. D-Lee said, Shannon, more room out than in. Susie said, oh, it's better out than in, I'll tell you. Don't hold one of them in. Susie said, Kai, you are lucky to... The shop's so close to you, I have to drive to get everything. So do I. My shops are pretty far away. I could walk if I had to. I said, I just bought essential oils with diffuser I've got for my home. Smells beautiful from Amazon. Lovely. Alex said, hey, think agape love. That's great advice. Dealey said, that makes sense, out to lunch. Shannon said, Nicole Kidman is a man. Her father's military MK Ultra shenanigans. Wasn't he a doctor that did some really bad stuff? I don't know if he was actually a doctor, but really bad stuff, those people. I am Kai said, Susie, I'm just the gym. I'm between Clarksville, Tennessee and Dover, Tennessee. It's empty. David said, could be out to lunch after all. Those texts were not written with knowledge of modern weapons. Sounds like how they'd view such a weapon. It really could be. I kind of thought it was countries, like, ganging up, you know. Shannon said, right meow. I am Kai said, the sea is a sea of mankind. MJ said, Shannon may be reptilian, but then some may see it, some do not. I am Kai said, the sea of humanity. Shannon said, make pate with a hammer. That would make a bit of a mess, I think, Shannon. Susie said, I want to watch The Whale with Brendan Fraser, but Amazon Prime wants $17 for a one-day rental. Does Jeff Bezos have a fever? I think he's delusional. David said, Holy See, Eye of the Roman Empire. There you go. Alex said, Nicole has been in some weird films too, Shannon. The Eyes Wide Shut, Practical Magic, yep. Missy T said, thank you, Hev. Lara Star said, wine? You probably could put wine in pate. I know people do champagne pate. So, I don't know. I'd give it a go. I don't know. Shannon said, yep, Kidman's a sus. Alex, I have to try and make your pate with regular chicken. I've got your dad's recipe, haven't sent. Susie said, I think usual booze for pate is cognac. Oh, yeah, cognac. Yep. Yep, you're right, Susie. But I have seen champagne pate. So, I don't know. I am Kai said, so glad I'm married. No exploring for me. I'm going to turn into a nun. None None in the morning, none in the afternoon, and none at night. It's an old Aussie joke. Okay, just in case you didn't know. Alex said, isn't her dad supposed to be dodgy too, Shannon? D-Lee said, I second that, Kai. I am Kai, said Alex very. Shannon said, depends on how hungry you are, Hev. Alex said, you can tell how loved you are with your lovely lady too, I am Kai. Yeah. MJ said, dodgy as he double hockey sticks. Alex said, I have to look more into her and the family. I only heard bits and bobs. David said her dad was a massive landowner in Australia, Alex, and they're apparently connected with all the Shabbatism, Satanism horror story. Laura Star said, bye, Hev, got to wash some dishes. See you, Laura Star. Have a good one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my chickens and my... Oh, hang on. When I can move this thing. Hopefully I don't move the picture around like I was doing the other day. Now I've got to find it. Now I have to find it. Hang on one sec. Where are my chicken videos? They'll be in pictures. Okay. And we're up to 2023. Okay, which one's which? I move things around in there too. Oh, is this going to play me going, hello, sweetie darlings? Hang on. These are these were when I only had 2 chickens, and I've since moved things around, raised things up, and this one was Henny and this one's Penny. Okay, so that was when I had 2. Where's the one with the turkey? Okay, that was there. Okay, that was that one. Oh, hang on. What I'll do is I'm going to show you some pictures. There's the turkey. The chickens are in here. They're just chickens. There's the turkey. Look, he's waiting at the door. He wants in. It looks like sometimes he looks at them like, can I go in there? A bit of a closer up one. Even closer. Even closer. Okay, now let's go to... Oh, shoot. Oh, I've just jumped in here. Okay. Is it this one? I think it's this one. There we go. This is the end result of what I have. Both of the hutches are up. I've put bricks on the ground with 2 things of wood. And I'm still covering the ground with straw and hay and stuff, sorry. Not straw, hay. I was corrected at the shop for that one. And if you're wondering what's laying on the ground, they're bits of cabbage, okay? And they've got wood shavings in their hutches as well as straw on top.
Hello, my papas. Oh, little darlings.
Okay. I just call them all my darlings, my sweeties.
Oh, little boo-boo.
The little boo-boo.
Little darling.
Little darling.
Yes, boo-boo. You let me pat you, don't you? So do you. Yes, you're getting used to me.
And I had a band-aid on my finger because you wouldn't believe what I did the other day. I sliced my finger with a potato peeler. And the potato peeler has like ridges in it. So I sliced and tore. It's alright though. Oh, and they got 2 bowls of water. One was because it was really hot, and I don't know whether they like jumping in water or not, but mine do, right? Every now and then they'll jump in the water bowl. So I put one there, kind of like a bigger one, in case they wanted to go for a swim. And the other ones to drink out. They drink out of both of them anyway.
What are you all doing?
That one's a bit dirty now. I've got to clean it again. I only rinsed them out yesterday. Oops.
Do you want the door open a little bit, sweetheart?
They're so cute and they're so relaxing. Just spending time with them even.
That pumpkin.
I try to pat them so they get used to me.
My darling.
They are so cute. Oh dear. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of like putting these, making another bit for the middle there and somehow attaching them together, taking the side wall off. I don't know. I think I'd need a man's help, seriously. I don't know if I could do it by myself. I'll stop swinging the camera around like that.
Yes, pumpkin. It's okay.
I'm going to make myself sick.
It's okay. Hello.
And there's the turkey. Turkey is Benny. I should just have Henny, Penny, Jenny. What's another girl's name that rhymes with Henny, Penny, Jenny? Kenny's a boy's name. Many? I don't know. Keep them all the same so I don't forget their names. I still haven't named the 2 new ones. I'm really slack.
It's okay, darling.
Too busy chasing them around trying to pat them.
You know I love patting you. Yes, my darling.
Oh dear. Is there 5 minutes of this? Hang on, let me... What am I looking at? Oh, I'm on the outside now. And there's the turkey.
What are you doing?
He's getting closer.
Hello, Papa.
He's got a pretty sharp beak, that one. And big claws. Not like the chicken.
Yep.
Hey, one of my chickens was purring yesterday. What on earth does that mean? It sounded like it was purring.
Okay, pumpkin.
That's so beautiful. To me, that is like, it's peaceful. It's so peaceful. They're just doing their little chicken things and turkey things. See, it really looks like he wants in there. But I'm worried about, you know. Bit worried about putting him in with the chickens though. getting warm. So he likes picking at their, like, the straw and pieces of wood. Oh, so he's the culprit, see? He's the one digging, trying to get in. You can see little holes here and there. I've got to go and get the reinforcing. I really have to go and do that. I definitely will this week. Actually, I've got to go babysit tomorrow, so I might do it on the way home. I might call into the hardware shop and get the reinforcing for the pen, around the pen. I think he's gorgeous. This little bush turkey. God love him. He still comes and knocks on the window when he wants food. I've trained him well. Depending on how good you think well is. If you want to be woken up in the morning by something knocking on your window.
Going off for a walk now? Yeah.
But they are very cute. David Morgan said, I dream of a better tomorrow where chickens may cross the road without having its motives questioned. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And Selena goes, chickens! Alex said, I know, I am Kai, your story is amazing. One of the true love, like Fred and Donna out to lunch and Mrs. out to lunch, definitely. I am Kai said, I destroyed a business and my reputation to go to her. 6 months became 4, became 2, became next week in a month. MJ said, lots of chickens. Yeah, Shannon has lots. That's called, I believe, chicken math. When you start out with a couple and you end up with, like... Because it's addictive. I want more and more. Like, I would really love a farmhouse where I can have heaps of chickens. Because that's what happens. You just want... Susie said, who are Fred and Donna? Do they know Jack and Vera? Fred and Donna are out to lunch and Mrs. out to lunch. They're people who listen in regularly. David said, dodgy all right, most certainly, Alex. The hierarchy isn't always clear and who can say which is a victim or a perp amongst them. But the whole situation is a horror movie. Okay, now that's done. I'll get back. That's my chickens and the turkey. I am Kai, said Alex. There's a bit about it on my channel. I proof of life after death, in my opinion. Shannon said, where is Muskrat of Menace? Probably listening in. David said, horror movies right there on my TV. Skyhooks, yep. It's like a horror movie right there on my TV. Horror movie right there on my TV. I can't get that low. A horror movie right there on my TV. Shucking me right out of my brain. Wasn't it the 6:30 news or something he was talking about? David Morgan said, what's your channel? I am Kai. Shannon says the 6:30 news. Yeah, there you go. It was the 6:30 news. Alex said, I'll check that out, Kai. I'm sub to you. Love your dogs. I am Kai said, channel. I am Kai, lol. David said, Gates is a creature straight from hell. Yeah, the gates of hell. I am Kai said, I'd post a link, but tech hates me. No, put your channel up, I am Kai. Oh, shivers, that just jumped. Again. Okay, I think I'm right. Oh, whoa. What am I up to? And you've got Alex needs to make more videos on Planet Alex, her channel. Okay. D-Lee said I've been doing the same things. David, words and how they used are important. I think I've jumped a few again, guys. I am Kai said I can't forgive me and pay a debt. And pay a debt. David said I'll get to yours too, Alex. Rock on. Could be time to blow some minds. I am Kai said, through all hindsight is perfect, although all hindsight is perfect and clear, yeah. I said, Hev, there is a beast that comes out of the ocean at the appointed time, but when I'm not sure, yeah. David said, life is the only school where we get the test first and the lesson afterwards, yeah. Alex said, I think we should all make a channel, make some more noise, yeah, exactly. Tim A. said, you're most welcome, Hev. I thoroughly enjoy your content. You have a delightful sense of humour and a rational perspective on things. Oh, thank you, Tim A. I appreciate that. I really do. Davis said, look at me, Mama. I'm making some noise, Tom Petty. Alex said, what? $17 for one rent? It's like £3 odd here. Wow. I am Kai said, I'm waiting for my dull rage to recede before sharing more thoughts. I said, the fake Queen of England is in the gates of hell, screaming in pain as the rapper's being punished by demons. You reap what you sow. I am Kai's laughing at I'm a nun. That was an Australian saying years ago. None in the morning, none in the afternoon, and none at night either, all right? None. You're a nun. David says, is this you, I am Kai? YouTube, I am Kai. I am Kai said, the visit centre vid is basically a proof but where collateral damages. And just last night I was accused of being a demon, pretty much. We all get accused of things, I am Kai, don't worry about it. I got accused of being ASI. Yeah, right. Couldn't pay me enough to work there. Out to lunch said, is there any references or trains on vinyl chloride in the 17 posts? I don't know. I will have a look though. Carl Anthony said, chicken. David said, I subscribed before you confirmed when I saw the title of your Never Give Up video. God bless you, mate. Love from Australia. Susie said, are your hens Rhode Island hens red? They look very healthy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Thank you, Shannon. I'm not sure what they were called. I don't know. Rhode Island Reds? Oh, I can't remember. I'll stop in at the shop this week again and I'll find out what they were called. Oh my God. I am Kai said, no out to lunch, but I do know over 58 train fires worldwide that day, 97k Forever Chems released. Alex said, how cute. I am Kai said, basically terraforming. Alex said, I thought that was the turkey outside the cage. MJ said, listen to them happy. Alex said, there's little Benny. Yep, Benny, Penny, Henny. I'm thinking Jenny. And many. No, I don't know. Alex said, don't forget to hit the likes if you're enjoying this. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? 3 hours. I'll go soon because I'm going to have to eat some of that chicken pate, definitely. I am Kai said, explain how not being afraid of death makes me demonic while praying at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said, best batch of mashed potato ever. Now Hev has a taste for human flesh. What? What was that? I am Kai said, it's just dumb. Alex said, that's great title. Set up, Hev. I wish I could get some chickens. Have you had any? I've had heaps. I've got heaps of eggs. I have eggs coming out of my fridge and on the bench and everywhere. I heard if you don't wash them, they can sit on the bench for 2 weeks. But if you wash, there's a coating that the chickens, have a coating on the egg. If you don't wash it off, they can sit out, as long as it's not like stinking hot or anything. You can sit them out. You don't have to put them in the fridge for 2 weeks. I am Kai said, so yummy. Shannon said, throw a mouse in with the chooks and watch them all go T-Rex on it. I got some mealworms and dumped them, live mealworms and dumped them in, and they were all like straight on them. Going at these little mealworms trying to scurry away. It was good. If I can catch a mouse, I will. Alex said, I think chickens like dust baths too. Yes. I do get diatomaceous earth. And there is a spot where it's still dirt, and I sprinkle the diatomaceous earth on there, and that's really good for them. It stops lice and all those types of things. They can also eat it, which is healthy for them. So Rutchkin said, how much did you pay for the hens? They were $35 each. Expensive. That's because everything's gone up, though. I'm sure they were cheaper years ago. Till I decided to buy some, yeah. So there you go. They were $35 each. So all up, I've spent $140 on the chickens themselves. And then each of those little hutches were between 100 and 110. And then the big cage thing was like 200 or 300. But I had the pay in 4 option, so I did that. So it wasn't like a huge outlay because I knew I could do it over time, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the money, you know, straight up. So yeah, I did it that way, and I did even the hutches in pay in 4, so that I could afford, because I did it one at a time. So yeah. David said, Jesus wasn't afraid to die, Kai, and one would say he was no one would say he was demonic, so case dismissed, you are not demonic. Yep. Jesus even flipped some tables, I heard. I said, have you been getting your daily free-range eggs? Yes, I have. Kai said, yep, dust balls fight mites. Yes. MJ said, I was not afraid to be born, I'm not afraid to die. Do not be afraid 365 times. Kai, no worries. People are stupid projection. Yeah, look, I came into this world bloody kicking and screaming, and I'm willing to go out the same way. Okay? I hope you get what I mean. You come in as a baby, covered in, you know, kicking and screaming and stuff, yeah. Out to lunch said 4 chicks, the golden girls. Yeah! They are my golden girls. Kai said, David, it was a troll on BSA Live. Dennis Biz says, so sweet, Hev, could you name the turkey Kenny? Yep. The turkey seems to love the company. He does. Carl Anthony said Fanny. Henny, Penny, Jenny and Fanny. Oh, dear. And Alex is laughing at Kai. God's Marine said, and who remain alive, she'll be caught up in the air with him. So if the rapture would happen right now and you're still breathing, that means you go straight to heaven without dying. I have no fear. Good on you, God's Marine. Good to see you, by the way. Dennis Biz says, imitating the... Is that a cat? Yep, cats. Davis said, if one isn't trolled, sometimes I am Kai. Is one really working? Yeah, you will, always. You'll get someone saying something. SW, how you going? If you were to get a rooster, would you call him Kenny? Yeah, Kenny or Benny? Hang on, what did I name the turkey? Henny, Penny. And I thought I named the turkey Kenny. Hang on. Or did I name him Benny? Yeah, I named him Benny. So Kenny would be, yeah, a rooster if I got a rooster. But you can't have roosters where I am because I'm in suburbia. And because they cock-a-doodle-doo, you know, because they do that, it's noise pollution, so you're not allowed to have a rooster. So I need to get onto the land, and then I can let them have chicks and everything, and I'd love to do that. Rutchkin said it's a turkey vulture. Yeah, he looks like a vulture, but it's actually a brush turkey. I looked it up on Google, and as soon as I looked up pictures of a bush, I actually looked up bush turkey, but they are brush turkeys. And up came a picture of him, and I'm like, that's him. Alex said, I knew a woman called Kenny. Really? Kai said, true and true. Out to lunch said, we have a cat that is in with our chickens. Really? Yeah, my cats aren't bothered by them. Like, they're actually a little bit wary of them, the cats, of the chickens. Because, look, the little birds around here will dive bomb my cats and peck at them, right? So I think the cats look at the little birds and go, well, those ones are bigger. What damage do they do? You know, because we know the little ones peck. Flyby Stew said, looking good, Hev. Excellent. Thank you. David said, healthy looking birds you have there, Hev. Aren't they? They really look like plump and happy and healthy. Darren said, such a turkey thinking he can hang out with chickens. Yeah. Out to lunch said his name's Bob. Alex said, hey, God's Marine. I said the turkey needs fattening up. Oh, he's much bigger than the chickens. He's bigger, eh? He really is. Dana said, ever find out who the turkey belongs to? No, it's a wild one. I do live near the bush, but it's still suburbia. So there's houses on either side behind me, all around, you know. But at the end of my street, which I'm going to have to do a video one day, I'll take you for a walk down the end of the street through the bush. Because at the end of my street is bush. And it's not that far. It's only, maybe 100 to 200 metres down the road. Out to lunch said chickens and turkey can be together. Oh. I don't know though, like, because he's been a wild turkey his whole life. Should I just leave him that way? Would he get upset being caged? I don't know. I don't know. I would definitely try if I had like another cage. See if he would handle it. I don't know, but maybe he wouldn't unless he was with the chickens. Oh, I don't know. Rutchkin said turkey vulture wants chicken dinner. Well, that's another thing, because I throw my leftovers out for the turkey, and some of that was chicken. Would he eat the chicken? Do you reckon he might eat them? MJ said Kenny is the most excellent name for a rooster. I think so. David said that RIR wants to go out and play with the turkey. Alex said it means she was happy like a purring cat. Oh, really? Shannon said first rule of Chicken Fight Club is we don't talk about Chicken Fight Club. Susie said, can a turkey get it on with the chicken and make a turkin? I don't know. I don't even know if it's male or female. It might be female. I have no idea. I just call it a him. I don't know. Dennis Biz said maybe best to let the chickens outside with the turkey rather than the turkey in with the chickens. It might scare them in their space. Oh, that's a good idea. MJ said Benny. Okay, I called it Benny. Okay, cool. So if I get a turkey, I'll call him Kenny. Then if anything happens to Kenny, I'll be going, you killed Kenny, you bastards. I Am Kai said, looks like a girl turkey, just saying. God's Marine said, I have a friend that has a small ranch and his chickens and the turkeys hang out together all the time. Really? I Am Kai said, no hassle. No hassle? Out to lunch said, Turkin, that's cool. Alex said, you should set up a 24-hour live cam of the chicken coop. Oh, that would be good. I don't think I have a... Oh, yeah, it'd be live. It wouldn't be stored on the phone, so I probably would have enough room. Oh, shoot, I've done it again. It's jumped. Oh, hang on, I've got it. Got it back. Alex said, Benny's like, how come they have a nice wooden home? I want in. Yeah, I feel like that at night. He goes away before it gets dark so he can go settle in wherever he goes. And then he comes back in the morning. And he hangs around all day. And I'm like, oh, I'd love to keep him. Susie said turkey's got to be related to the peacock, right? I don't know. Could be. Out to lunch said 24-hour live cam fund. Alex said wooden. I Am Kai said chicken math only adds up to one bok. Dennis Biz said yes, God's Marine farmers we knew had all of the above with ducks and peacocks too. They all hung out together. Well, there was where I bought the chickens from, there was a peacock wandering around the yard. Not in with the chickens, but wandering around. So, I don't know. They might get along. Dennis Biz says, yes, God... I read that one. I said the freshest free-range eggs directly from the behind of the chicken. I'll say it that way. Alex said, I've been seeing loads of 24-hour live nature cams. Shannon said turkey. Out to lunch said chicken that plays tic-tac-toe. David said we had about 30 hens growing up in Kent, never bought eggs. Mum used water glassing so we had them even during off. Yes, someone told me to look that up. D-Lee's laughing at eyes. Susie said, Snurgle isn't here either. MJ said, sang Hev. Out to lunch said, Chirky, yeah, like a mule or donkey. I am Kai said, speech buttons for pets also fulfill another prophecy. Out to lunch said, Chirky or Turkin. MJ said, yeah, Shannon, is mild without King Snurgle. Menacing Muskrat said, I'm late again. Davis said, Snurgle might be busy with Operation Phoenix, God bless him. Yeah. Shannon said, Chonky. Alex said, that's awesome, God's Marine. Menacing Muskrat said, what did I miss? Deadly said, there's Muskrat. I am Kai said, I've never been able to post a link. Really, I am Kai? You should be able to. You got a spanner. You should be able to. Normally people with spanners can. Out to lunch said, MM in the house. Dennis Biz said, hi Muskrat, we're speaking chickens. God's Marine said, sorry guys, I'm on Marines, very interested in making my own small farm. I know how to survive anywhere, but I think it would be cool to grow my own food and take care of my own animals. Oh, definitely. I'm all for that. And the way prices of food's going, honestly. Alex said, Muskrat and her husband have been working super hard, sending love to them. Yes, they have been. They're working really hard. Susie said, the vids I've seen of people with chickens is that they become very affectionate and come and hug their humans. That's what I'm kind of waiting for. I've got one that always comes up to me and brushes up against my leg and has a little peck at my feet and, you know, sits on my, stands on my feet. They're so cute. And Dealey said, Muskrat, we were wondering about you. Out to lunch said, kind of like speaking of the devil, menacing Muskrat. Alex said, I'd love that too, God's Marine. Shannon has paid Muskrat a menace late fee. Oh, God love yous. I am Kai said, the reader actually stopped halfway through for a moment's silence for me. Wow. And Alex said, hey, Muskrat. And Darren said, hey, Muskrat, you missed 4 Sunday dinners and a Christmas dinner. Out to lunch said, menacing only comes when called. Say menacing Muskrat 3 times. Oh, God love you. Menacing Muskrat said, Leviathan comes from the ocean. Leviathan is a sea serpent noted in theology and mythology. It's referenced in several books of the Hebrew Bible. Fair enough. That's good to know. Alex said, awesome, Shannon. David said, no need to be sorry, God's Marine. I'm sure the land will welcome you, definitely. And Susie Fraser said, hi, Muskrat, with little snowy signs. Menacing Muskrat said, thank you, Shannon. Just got in from 12 hours of work. Oh, my goodness. You need a well-earned rest. Out to lunch said, I'll try Menacing Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat, Menacing Muskrat. Oh, you say it 3 times and they appear. Hey, Robert, how you going? From Montreal. Good to see ya. I am Kai said, God's Marine, nothing is better than control of your own fate and freedom and food. Susie Fraser said, Leviathan sounds like Ogo Pogo? Menacing Muskrat said, baster, turkey baster, Heaven said. And Alex is saying, hey, Robert. And God's Marine said, just remember, my friends, don't matter what happens, you are not a human being going through a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being going through a human experience. Shannon said, you missed my chook video, Muskie. Dealey said, Hev, sell the extra eggs for cash or trade. I could do that. I could bribe my real estate to let me stay here. I'll give him eggs. I'll send them to the owner if I have to. Alex said, I think so too, God's Marine. Shannon said, you peeled your finger. I did. I actually, you can see it. Hang on. Oh, can you see it? Not really. Yeah, I peeled that bit of my finger off. I immediately went like that and stopped it. It stopped bleeding within seconds. So it was good. And I've just had a Band-Aid on it for a couple of days, trying to, because it's hanging there. It keeps catching on everything. And, ooh. Okay. Alex said, I think so too, God's Marine. Shannon said, you peeled your finger. I read that. I am Kai said, God's Marine. We all volunteered for this too. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said, out to lunch. I have arrived, lol. I am Kai said, what was I thinking? Alex said, pate on hot toast with loads of butter. Oh, I'm going to go in a minute now. I'm going to eat. Gosmarine said, immortal put on immortality. I said, Godsmarine, the truth is we're not human. That all comes from dark forces. We are mortal beings in the Bible. Many times we are mortal, not human. Alex said, I didn't know that about eggs. How interesting. I am Kai said, the immortal part actually made me very angry at first. Out to lunch said, we have 8 apiece, but it took months for them to lay. Oh, I got the laying ones. That could be why they were $35 each. I didn't get them from little chickens. I got them like as layers. Like some of them are already laying. 2 aren't yet, but give it time. Susie said online those hutches would be $600 each easy. I got them online on eBay. Hang on a sec. Let me have a look. See if I can see. Oh God, how many pictures did I open? Got to shut all them first. Okay. So if I get on here and I go eBay. Oh, chicken. Oh. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, there's their feeders. There's all different. That 845. But mine wasn't. Hang on. See if I can find the one I bought. It's none of them. That can't be all. There's the things. Oh wow, have they gone up? I don't know. Oh, did I pay 3 or 260? I don't know. Oh, that looks like a good one too. It's got a little hatch thing in it. That's not all that. Hang on. I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to show you off my phone. Where's eBay? Where's my purchases? That's the one I got. Oh, hang on. It's $115. My pet rabbit hutch. It is. Wooden chicken coop. It's a rabbit hutch chicken coop. And yeah, my large metal walk-in chicken coop was $269. That's that one there. And that one was $115, and so was that one. So I don't know, you can't really see it properly. Can I make it bigger? Can I make the picture bigger? Oh, hang on. Oh. That's the picture of it. Okay, it's not that big, really. That's why I want to join them together. Hang on. That's it. So, yeah, mine were cheaper. I don't know why. They've only got, like... I've only got 2 pages on the online, but I've got heaps in my, I don't know. When I searched for it in the app, heaps of them came up. Yeah, so... So, I don't know. I got them a bit cheaper. Although all up it would have been $4 to $5. Hang on, it would have been about $600 all up for me to buy the chickens, the hutches, and their food, and some hay, straw. And I think the chicken feeder. Yeah, so... Okay, where am I up to? God's Marine said it's about the blood and the bloodlines. Look at Noah. That's why the blood of Jesus Christ is so important, for it's the only thing the Holy Spirit can change your bloodline back to his. I've got a cat coming. I've got to turn my keyboard off before he types God knows what and ends the stream or something. No, you're not having my chicken. No, my pate. It's wrapped anyway. He can smell it. And now I can smell it. Oh my goodness. My mouth's watering. Hey JJ Willow, how you going? David said, I'm a simple man. I don't know what a human is. Out to lunch said you can water glass with food grade lime. Dana said that sounds delicious. Don't spill my cup of tea. He spilt my cup of tea the other day all over the bloody floor. Body. Dana said that sounds delicious. Alex Shannon said Hev totally wrecked the womb with all that kicking and screaming on the way in. I came in kicking, screaming and all bloody. I'm going out the same way. Okay. I didn't think I'd live to this age. Put it that way. I thought I'd be gone way before now. But I've made it. I made it. I'm here. Out to lunch said, and call all the chickens any if you can't remember their name. Yeah, exactly. That's if I get confused, I'll just go any, and they'll know. They'll all come run. I am Kai said, damn, Shannon left my ass off. David said, my grandfather knew the secret of blood within the blood. I am Kai said, poor mum. Alex said, you could get a male and breed your own ready for your little house on the land. Yeah, I can't though, because if anyone complains about the rooster noises, the council would come and I'd have to get rid of it. I'll just move into the bush and then go and get a rooster. Be in the middle of nowhere, no one will hear it. Where no one can hear you scream. I said the Father King Jesus Yahweh is going to give the orders very soon. Trumpets will blow. I'm super excited to meet the Lord. Definitely. Alex said loads of hot butter on anything is lovely, Dealey. Yeah, even just on toast, loads of butter. Out to lunch said name tags and their pronouns. Oh, and the nose ring and pink feathers like the baby chicks. Oh, yeah, some people dress their chickens in outfits. And I'm like, why? Like rainbow colours. Alex said, sorry, I meant Dana, not Dealey. Oh, okay. God's Marine said, you really want to know the truth? Cross-reference Genesis chapter 6 with Enoch chapter 6. You'll find it will all connect the dots. Hang on. Write that down. I've got to write that down or I won't remember. So Genesis chapter 6 with Enoch chapter 6. Okay. I'll have a look at that. God's Marine. Alex said they are loud. Shannon said my mum had problems pronouncing words with the letter R. She only sent me to my room once as a child. I said I've had about 3 rapture dreams. What I saw when the trumpets blow, I was pulled up by force. Oh shoot, it jumped again. I'm way back. We're going to be gone for a few hours. Okay, I think I found my way again. Dana said that would be fantastic. A walk down the road with Hev. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do that. Darren said maybe the turkey is a fox in disguise. Ooh. Sherry said I live in a small town and my neighbours have chickens and roosters on both sides of me. I love to hear the roosters in the morning. I'm a country girl at heart. They're lucky they got a neighbour like you. God's Marine said, let me rephrase that. They may take my head. They can never take what I believe in. Yeah, exactly. I am Kai said 4 years ago I dreamt of Trump talking to a small group in suits making big round hand movements. I couldn't hear what he said, but I knew it was an entire world event. Alex said, Mr. Clever Fox. I said, God's Marine, I know the truth. I've been to heaven 4 or 5 times, wide awake in front of the King Jesus and Father Yahweh. Back in 2020 live visions. I Am Kai said it was just before the lockdown. Shannon said, what is a wok? Something you throw at a wabbit when you don't have a rifle? David said, hey, Sherry, if a rooster woke me up in my farm days, it meant I overslept. Yeah, I'm normally awake when the sun starts to come up. The cats are wanting to go out, and I know the chickens have to get out, so I got to get up and let them out. You need one of those automatic door openers. You can get them, and they time it to when there's light sensitive ones, so that when the sun comes up, it opens, and when it, at night it goes down. Knowing my chickens, one would get locked out. Alex said, Shannon, Chicken Fight Club, and laughing. MJ said, works, makes fantastic popcorn. Dealey said, is laughing at Shannon as well. Maria, how you going? Everyone's laughing at what Shannon said. I Am Kai said, turkey related to vultures. Okay, there you go. David said, spear, wok and woll. Shannon, wok and woll. Shannon said, I think Deb has snuck out again. I have no idea what time it is now. I Am Kai said, no joke. Dealey said, Deb, where'd you go? David said, 9:43 a.m. and all quiet on the Western Front. MJ said, it's weird. Kat isn't in the chat or Luna. Yeah, I haven't seen them. Maria said, hey, Alex. Girl, hey, Hev, see you all soon, about to see. Oh, hang on. See you all soon, about to see. Soon, God Almighty fulfill his promises. Stand tall, everyone. Yep. God's Marine said, while protein is very good for you, but I suggest to carry some salt and pepper as well. Definitely. Alex said, they do look a bit like vultures, I Am Kai. Do you want to go out? Delia said, that's right, MJ. Sherry said, David, I don't get much sleep anyway. I'm raising grandkids. They don't know what sleep is. I know what that's like. Hang on, I've got to let some cats out and one out, one in. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Do you want to go out? Quick. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Okay. Alex said, I can't wait, Maria. I Am Kai said, bald head reduce bacteria. I Am Kai said, both are yummy. God's Marine said, turducken. Yep. David said, I know, Sherry. I remember that deal with the children, but now it's their turn looking after their own. Usually the best thing about grandies is they can be returned to their parents. MJ said, Dealey, hope to see them next time. I Am Kai said, cat also tastes like chicken and contains vitamin C. I'm not going to eat my cats. I won't even eat my chickens. I just want them for their eggs. Sherry said, personally, I loved raising ducks. Their eggs are good. I've heard that. Shannon Spear said, ouchie. I Am Kai said, dogs also produce their own vitamin C. Shannon said, most women are... I'm not saying that. I nearly did. Pat said, the beast will arise out of the eternal sea of politics. Darren said, dogs are great with mustard. No, you don't eat cats and dogs, man. MJ said, the beast is politics. Darren said, yes, Pat, Tony Blair is back. Oh, no. I Am Kai said, with ginger, it's exactly like chicken on a stick. Look, I'm not eating cats and dogs, right? Alex said, did you say ducks, Sherry? There's ducks and a Statue of Liberty. And a laughing face. Dealey said, how did you transport your chickens, Hev? They shoved them in a box and put holes in the box first. Then they just shoved 2 chickens in one box, like a cardboard box. And I drove them home. With the air conditioning on because it's summer. And it was quite warm that day. He said, make sure you turn your air conditioning on because they're going to overheat otherwise. So there you go. Shannon said, the beast is the United Nation with its 7 heads. MJ said, please do not eat dogs or cats. I thought you were my peeps. Yeah, I know. No, they're making fun. But even then, no, not cats and doggies. Out to lunch said, duck eggs are great and cakes. Oh, Shannon Spear said, UN. I Am Kai said, I don't, but I would if need be. I don't know if I could. I I don't know. I'd try and find something else to eat, I think. I said the indoctrination of people on this planet believing we are human, but the real truth is we're all mortal beings. That's God's truth. I am Kai said it's that Injun blood in me. Oh. Darren said, don't worry, MJ, I only eat dogs when hot dogs. Shannon said, shit, I had Fritz sandwich earlier. What? God's Marine said mythology ain't such a myth. Study. I am Kai said if it's not human, I'll try it. Oh. Alex said I never had a duck egg but made a massive omelette out of a goose egg once. And Shannon said, sorry, MK. Darren said I've heard more tales of dogs eating people than people eating dogs, yeah. I am Kai said, isn't mythology erased history? Yeah, well, it probably is, you know. MJ said ostrich egg. Shannon said dim sim. You're going to make me hungry. I'm going to have to go. David said, do you watch Archaic's channel, God's Marine? MJ said, what passes for people? I do not blame the dogs. I am Kai said I could live on beef ramen. I said, Hev, does the egg taste different because they're fresh from when you buy them at a supermarket? They're better. God's Marine said, never heard of it, but I'll check it out. Alex said, I've eaten ostrich stew but never had an egg, enough to make a meal for 20. Wow. MJ said, eyes farm fresh are creamier and you can tell. They are. I am Kai said, that's a big friggin' egg. Shannon said, I've eaten our coat of arms. Oh, kangaroo. MJ said, Alex, I wonder, they say it's delish. JJ said, heaven sent, I'm raising coturnix and you can have the roosters because they don't make much noise and breed them. They are tiny meat and so are the eggs, but doable in a suburban setting. Really? Excellent. Yeah, menacing muskrat, Hev's daily eye test. It's a duck, Statue of Liberty, and a Statue of Liberty. Gotta bounce. Much muskrat love. You too, menacing muskrat. Susie said you got a deal, Hev. All that chicken clobber is usually very pricey. Yeah, I think I did get a good deal on everything I got. I am Kai said watermelon is closest for a southern dude. I got watermelon out there too, and grapes. David said it explodes a lot of myths not actually being myths. Shannon said, bye, Muskie. Alex said, my pate. Sherry said, yes, Alec, duck egg yolk is really rich, very good. I loved when the babies would follow me around in a row in the yard. Oh, how cute. My stomach's starting to go berserk. Shannon said, rooster rolls from Red Rooster. Oh, you're making me hungry. Susie said, kitty. Gosmarine said, David Morgan, I suggest you check out the dude named Trey Smith. He studied injecting ancient Egyptian history and ancient Sumerian history. Start with Nephilim. Dealey said, take care, muskrat. David said, a past landlord of mine kept ducks and used to give me all the eggs I could eat. They're huge next to a chicken egg. Yum. Susie said, that cat is the size of a toddler. He's big. My male cat is quite big. Darren said, Sherry, isn't liking ducklings and eating duck eggs paradoxical? Alex, I'm going to have to try them, Sherry. I'll make a yummy rich sponge cake with them. Yum. Shannon said, I would dress my chickens like Colonel Sanders. Timo said, I stepped away to deal with the patient calling the answering service, and to much delight, you're still here, Hev, a marathon. Yeah, it's nearly 4 hours. David said, I've heard of him, God's Marine. Roger that. Sounds like he is in a similar vein to Jason at Archaics. Out to lunch, said Spear with a tick. Menacing Muskrat said, God Marine, is that Enoch 1? Oh, my stomach. I am Kai said, unfortunately, I've never seen anything when I died any of the times. I am Kai said, Trey Smith is excellent. I am Kai said, Jacob Israel is a good channel also. Davis said, Walter Veith has an interesting channel. There's a vid on there about the 2 different Enochs. Really? God's Marine said, Trey Smith exposes ancient hieroglyphic translations and show you the truth about giants, fallen angels, and Nephilim. That's interesting. Hang on, Trey Smith. What do I do with my pen? There it is. Trey Smith. Oops. Okay. David said, God's Marine, I'm very familiar with such subject matter. Always good to get everyone's take on it, though. Yeah, it is. It's interesting to get everyone's different, opinions and perspectives and all of that. So, I am Kai said, got to take my seizures meds. Be right back. Yep, go and take them. I am Kai. God's Marine said, Dave, are you talking about Jason A? Out to lunch said, you all ever seen the guy on YouTube claiming people have unalived several children, ended up unalived himself, but videos are still up? No. David said, my grandfather decoded what happened to the so-called lost tribes. God's Marine said, research Indian mounds. Indian mounds. I've got a lot to research. Out to lunch said, claimed Mr. T's VP was one of them. Shannon said, do your seizure meds come in shake form, Kai? Put them in a shake. I am Kai said, back. David said, there'll be giants in them there hills. Susie said, Luna was going on a honey hunt. Oh, there you go. She's going on a honey hunt. I am Kai said, usually prevents shakes. Oh, that's good. Oh, God, I've jumped again. I said, the Chinese have murdered cats and dogs for decades using the meat in their Chinese food to this day. Yeah, I heard that. Holly said, I have chickens too, have turned our old playhouse into a coop. I love those ladies. All gunny and very different personalities. I would like to get a duck or two. I love the chickens. Even the turkey, he's cute. Dealey said, I don't know who you're talking about out to lunch. David said, apocalypse is the revelation, the uncovering, unveiling of things before hidden. Yep. MJ said, God's Marine, do not get me started on mounds. I said, Chinese chicken and beef pork comes from cats. Oh, no. David said, they eat dogs in some Asian countries. I am Kai said, Moundsville, Tennessee. Menacing Muskrat said, 1 ostrich egg equals 24 chicken eggs. Oh, my goodness. David said, check out the meaning of eerie. Aya. Okay, where'd the pen go this time? It keeps sliding down the side there. E-I-R-E. Dealey, out to lunch said, Dealey, yeah, I was going to check his name. MJ said, menacing Keisha or custard party. God's Marine said, David, where are you from? I'm from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Wow, I've never heard of that. Muskogee. Or Muskogee. I am Kai said, back's cramped. I waited a bit long. Oh, no, I am Kai. Can you sit down and try and, wait for it to kick in or something? I don't know. Dealey said, I live right by... Oh, wow. Okay, you got me. Cahokia Mounds in Illinois? Is that how you say it? MJ said, Bell Mounds, women's pelvic mound came out of buried in. I am Kai said, not far from Indian Mound, Montgomery County, Tennessee. David said, born in Bath, UK, God's Marine, grew up in Kent, UK, moved to Western Australia in 1980. At age 29, been there ever since. The place has me lol. It's a beautiful place, Australia. I am Kai said, deepish woods crawling with masonry. Dealey said, out to lunch. I can't remember his name, but I think he died. Tory or Rory Smith. David said, they're everywhere. I am Kai, Scottish Freemasons established Perth here in the West as a free state. God's Marine said, cool, David, I've been kicked around the world. I never know when God send me somewhere. I just hear it and go and obey it, just like he led me to this channel. Oh, well done. MJ said, Belle, what is a woman... What is the woman's private part bell-shaped? It all connects. Women, repro, pair, Isabel, divine feminine. Look at the thousands upon thousands of bells stacked from 100 years ago. Wow. Shannon said, I'm close to my wife. Wife's one. Oh dear. Okay, you were there last night, were you, Shannon? I Am Kai said supposedly a giant buried at Indian Mound. Menacing Muskrat said Trey Smith also was a friend of Kim Clement. David Morgan said my father was a Navy in World War One, God's Marine, he loved the sea, but was Army in World War Two. I Am Kai said I do not float, I must swim or die. God's Marine said David originally grew up in New Jersey on the Jersey Shore, 30 minutes from New York City. 4 years old, I was fishing, swimming, and at 8 years old, I had my own sailboat. Well done. JJ Willow said, I love the ducks. They are like dogs with wings and eat all the slugs and bugs, and their eggs are delicious. NJ said, Little Hill Electric Pillar, Electric Bell names. Look it up, Mounds. Ring My Bell song, not so subtle. Oh, I remember that, yes. I Am Kai said, 4 years old, I was walking alongside an interstate somewhere. Wow. I Am Kai said, till 9 years old. Dealey said, Hev, yep, you said it right. Right. Cahokia. David says, sounds like a great childhood, God's Marine. I'd love to ride all over America one day, restore the Trump administration, and that could be a real bucket item for me. I Am Kai said, I learned people. Dealey said, now I've got that song, you can ring my bell, ring my bell, my bell. Oh, it was such a stupid song. I Am Kai said, got her again, Shannon. Sherry said, we have a lot of Indian mounds in Indiana. Darren said, good that no one mentioned moist mouth. Okay, with that, I'm going to go. I'm starving hungry anyway, guys. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. I won't be back tomorrow. Well, I may do a video. I don't know. I'll see how I go. But I'll be back on Tuesday. Okay, guys. I'm going to play the outro and I'm going to go. Have a good one. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going in life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.